The winds have shifted in Alethi. Once Kholinar shone, a beacon of pride and glory. Now its towers groan beneath the weight of despair. Its people whisper of shadows moving in the rain, of oaths long broken beneath the thunder's roar. 4 souls drawn together, bound by threads unseen. An investigator chasing truth through a city drowning in secrets. A thief, mercenary by name, but fierce of heart, determined to save the home that scorns them. A fabric cloaked in falsehood, shaping light and metal, seeking to forge a better tomorrow before the storm consumes the present. The Vorin Wolf, staring defiance into the eyes of destiny, striving to become more than her world dares to allow. The city trembles. Cults, old and forgotten, whisper beneath the weeping stone. And from the tempest comes a call for those who would speak the last ideal.
Salutations and welcome to Another World Tabletop's very first foray into the brand new TTRPG setting brought to you by Brotherwise Games, the Cosmere RPG. We are taking a spectacular look into Roshar, into the world of the Stormlight Archives from the mind of Brandon Sanderson. And we have collected here today before you a cast of very wonderful individuals. And before we get into the grand adventure that we have laid out before you, I would just like to get an introduction from everyone, learn some pronouns, and where you can find them on the internet. We are going to start with yours truly because it's going to make it very easy, and then we're just going to go a little bit clockwise. Hi, everyone. You've probably seen me before if you're here, but if not, any of the newcomers in chat, my name is Storydad. My pronouns are he, him, and I've been doing this GM thing for just about 2 decades now. And I am privileged to have the cast that we have collected here tonight, and I am privileged to be able to play in the world of Roshar, as I am a very, very recent super fan of the Stormlight Archives. You can find me here on Another World Tabletop. You can find me playing as a TTRPG nomad on different channels across the internet. And yeah, I'm so happy to be here tonight with all of you all. So that all being said, you should know who I am at this point. Craig, tell them who you are.
Hi, I'm Craig. You might know me as Craig of Inspiration, like everywhere on the internet, he, him pronouns, and I am so excited to be here to play Stormlight. I've been loving this world for so long now, way before I even played TTRPGs, so I'm so happy to be here, everybody.
Tremendous, tremendous. Jem, who are you and where can people find you?
Hi, I'm Jem. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Jimaginative, or my new Twitch channel, Goodberry Cafe. And I am a baby to the Cosmere. I just started reading Cosmere stuff for the first time after last year's PAX U. And so I'm so excited to be a part of this.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Mandy, some people on the channel here will probably know exactly who you are, as you are not a newcomer anymore. But
No.
tell them who you are and where to find you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mandy, or the Mandy, all over the internet. I do a lot of TTRPG things, podcast, actual plays, writing, art, all of the things. I do too much. You can find me everywhere, but especially on Twitch at the Mandy. You can see me in chat right now at the Mandy. Drop me a follow. I think I just recently hit 1,500 followers on here, so that's pretty cool. And my pronouns are they, she, or any said with respect, and I am playing Navali.
And last but certainly not least, making his big return to the channel, one of the Another World alumni and a very wonderful friend of mine, that is our famous actor friend, Lane Zazelak. Tell him who you are, where to find you, and who you are tonight.
Hi, I'm Lane. I'm back. It's great to be back. You can find me on the internet as Randolph the Grey sometimes. But I've been abstaining from the internet kind of a lot lately in all of the ways. So I'm just happy to be back, being on stream, having fun. I love the Cosmere. I love TTRPGs. When this magnificent brainchild was birthed into the world, I knew I wanted to be a part of it in some capacity, and I'm super duper pumped that I get to have my first experience with the Cosmere RPG on Another World. It feels full circle in the best way. So yeah, happy to be here.
With that, I feel like there's truly nothing left to do but to begin our adventure. Some of you may be unfamiliar with the world of Roshar. It is a world of extremes, of great crashing storms that come regularly across the entire continent, throwing boulders and lightning and winds that will rip and rend the flesh off of bone as easily as they do shelves of rock. There are many nations, cultures, and wonderful peoples across the face of Roshar. From the archipelago nation of the Reshi Isles to the grasslands of Shinovar, from the holy nation of Yakaved, and all the way to the strange jungles of the Azish. But our chronicle takes place within a culture that is as tumultuous and stormy as the weather patterns of this world. That is Alethkar, a land of warring high princes, of holy dichotomies, social strata cut as cleanly as homes cut from stone. And we are nested right within the capital city of Kholinar, seat of power of the royal family and all of the ruling parties. Kholinar is different than it was in years before. The High Princes have taken themselves out of the capital city, and they are now within the lands known as the Shattered Plains, or the recently birthed holy city of Urithiru. And this has left Queen Aesudan in charge, the wife of King Elhokar, there has been rumors, foul rumors of degradation, moral, religious, and worse. But we are not starting our adventure in the lofty halls of the Palace of Kholinar. We will not be starting within the holy monasteries of the Ardents. No. We are going to zoom in to a place of grime where creme does not get chipped from the walls of the buildings as often, where the thieves, the mercenaries, and other horrific things thrive. We are on a rooftop. There is the sounds of combat, of large, violent men chasing someone who may or may not deserve their ire. We are within the home of a Light Eyes, a member of the higher society of Kholinar. Today was a day of misfortune. There's a collective of individuals who make their living thieving from the rich, taking from those who wish to hold their positions of authority and privilege over others. But it was a friend of our own that misstepped. It took too long, was caught. And so, bursting onto a rooftop is a small teen, rushing. They run, and they bound over barrel and over box, and they stand at the precipice of this hacienda-like building. The stone wall about hip height as they look down into the alleyway below, and then they look back towards their friend who has come in order to save them. And I will ask Navali, what do you look like? Oh, una momento, they cannot hear you. They cannot hear you. One moment. I should be able to do this. Got this, folks. I'm so sorry. And add a source. No, I will need to copy this.
No.
And I will need to put it here. Bam, bam. There it is. Should be able to hear everyone. I'm so sorry about that, folks. If we can get that one more time.
Okay. What you see is a individual, gender not super clear at first glance because there's a big kind of tattered scarf over their shoulders and around their neck. All black clothing otherwise that pretty well obscures the figure. Medium height, so like 5'8", 5'9". They've got kind of messy, unkempt, just past shoulder length hair, pretty much the same length as mine. Brown hair with little streaks of blonde through it. Dark brown eyes, scar across the cheek, worn hands and daggers all over on various belts underneath their jacket. They have just burst out onto the scene, and I don't think we discussed who this is, but if I may, I assume this is Dervin. I'm giving them a name right now.
Absolutely.
And I look to them, I'm like, move. Get moving.
The youth
Go.
looks back to you, maintains eye contact for a sudden moment. They seem hesitant to move. They don't want to leave you, but it is the raw survival instincts of the streets that push them away, and they look down and they vault the hip height barrier. You know that the streets are probably 2 stories below. You're hoping that they found something soft to land on, or perhaps they were able to hang below, or what, but you trust. You have to trust.
There's plenty of ways down.
That they will find that way down, because coming behind you, bursting out of that same doorway, weapons drawn, dual blades in hand, are 2 of the personal guard of this household. They look at you with gruff faces, light green eyes and light blue eyes piercing you. Their armor, breastplate with chainmail beneath. And they just say, "You can halt, or you can die. Don't make us kill you, Dark Eyes."
I just look at them, and because I'm not about to respond to a shitty Light Eyes, I am going to... how much distance is between us?
Between you and the guards, you've got about 15 feet. About half of your movement.
Excellent. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can kind of knock them on their asses and get away. So I'm going to advance with one of my knives. Actually, since I have multiple, I would like to throw.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Go right ahead. That
Throw
will be
the first one.
Yeah, thrown weapons. That will be your light weapon skill. So that will be speed plus light weapons. And go ahead and throw that. The very first dice roll of this entire campaign. You are in dire straits. This is 2 armored guards versus you. You are wily, but you have decided to face off of them. And I will ask, as we are playing with a new system, and perhaps we may all need a prompt from time to time, would you like to raise the stakes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So 11 on the die plus light weaponry, so 14. And the opportunity or the plot die is blank.
The plot die is blank, so that is okay.
Does this count as a round?
This will be so initiative has started.
Okay.
The way that this will technically work is you have surprise against them. You get your 1 singular action. Then I will ask from here on out, do you want to take fast actions or would you like to take slow actions? But looking at the no extra effect. So you have simply decided to raise the stakes. Nothing has come of it.
Yep.
I will, with a 14, say that these 2 individuals, your knife skitters across the breastplate, bringing out a line of sparks as it blows past them, shocking them.
The goal is distraction.
They seem quite distracted. I will ask, would you like to make a fast initiative? Okay. You have 2 actions, and you go before they even get an initiative round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I throw the knife, hopefully distract them with the sparks, and then I know we're on a rooftop, but there are other buildings around here.
Yes.
So while Dervin gets away, I am wanting to like parkour to like next rooftops because they may be armed and they may be trained, but I doubt they spend any time running on the rooftops like I do all day, every day. And all night.
You start sprinting away, making your way to that same hip height barrier that leads to the streets below, and this is going to be quite a jump. This is going to be a 10-foot gap to clear the entire alleyway, and I will ask for an athletics.
I'm good at athletics. Are we using plot die for every roll during this scene?
No, you announce whether or not you want to raise the stakes on any certain rolls. Mm-hmm.
They can also be called for, so that's really good.
I can also raise the stakes, yes.
That is a 17.
A 17.
Yeah, 17 total.
Navali, you lithely palm the edge of the building and throw the entire weight of your body, wearing scant armor, scant heavy materials, just the tools of the trade, as well as any small items of attack that you may still have upon you, and you vault that wall. No problems, landing on a rooftop aside, a guest house for this same complex, but leaving the two guards behind. They look at you, and it is now their turn. The two guards rush to the side of the building. They are wearing chainmail. They're wearing breastplate. They have heavy weapons at their side. They are not fools, and they are not going to try to jump this, but one of them does unsling a crossbow from his back, and he seems to be the only one possessing it, and he lowers it at you, and he takes his shot. And this is versus your physical defense. What is your physical defense? I have rolled a 12.
Physical defense is 15.
Is 15.
Yeah.
With the utmost agility, you weave out of the way of the crossbow bolt, making it nigh on impossible with your serpentine motions to actually land any sort of real blow. The shot goes intensely wild. And
I make a rude gesture in their direction as I'm running away.
You hear them bark out. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, you speak, or you have the cultural expertise for Yakved, do you not?
Alethi and Thalen.
And Thalen.
I believe.
Alethkar
Actually,
is
I think we were supposed to change that. That's my bad.
But
I'll adjust.
it's all good.
It would be Vadenar.
Yeah, it would be Vaden. You hear them bark out in the Vaden language, a absolute carousel of rude, vulgar, disgusting words about how they're going to tear you apart and how you'll never get away with this. They saw your face. You'll never live to see another day if you ever walk on these grounds again, etc., etc., etc.
If I had a mark for every time I've heard that.
And then it slowly fades into the background as you reach the other side of the roof. They aren't chasing you. They can't chase you. You hear them shouting for more guards in the back, but you've pulled this many times before. This is actually going to shift from an initiative to a very short endeavor. And so in order to cleanly get away, I'm going to ask, first of all, where would you like to go, and what are you trying to do?
I would say that I want to make sure that Dervin got to where he was supposed to go.
Okay.
This was his job, and he dropped the ball, so I need to know where he's at and if he's safe first and foremost.
For sure. Okay, then we're going to do it like this. We're going to ask for I think the best thing would be what would be the skill that I would ask for this particular one? I'd say very likely deduction, I would have to say.
Deduction. Okay.
I would say deduction to go and find your wayward companion. Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I was gonna say survival, but they're the same, so it really doesn't matter.
Survival's more for like the wilder places of the
Wilderness.
world. Yeah.
Oh, the duality of man. That is a total of 3.
A total of 3.
Oh yeah, I got a natural 1.
You make your way through the streets. You're not rattled.
Nah.
You don't feel afraid of the personal guards of some Light Eyes. You know that
No.
you can't name a Light Eyes house within Kholinar, within the cramped streets of Kholinar that could track you through the wending alleyways. It's a lost cause for them. But
Yep.
in the same vein, you also know that Dervin is quite adept at fleeing the scene. You said move, Dervin moved. It takes you a long time, and it's not going to be fruitless. It's just, it takes a long time, and then instead of you finding Dervin finds you. They have straw sticking out of different parts of their clothing. Their hair is a mess. They've got a massive black eye that's starting to swell. The cut on their cheek is leaking. They have rope burns around their wrists from when they were bound. They look at you. And many of the youngsters within Kholinar would probably be rather downtrodden at this moment, but not the little cell of ragamuffins that you have been taking care of for quite some time. Dervin is grinning from ear to ear, and they pull out from behind them a big pouch. And it's rattling glass spheres tumbling around inside. You see through little holes inside of it that these are not dun spheres either. These are well-lit pieces of currency. And you see from the hue of the light, these are not simply diamond chips.
Oh.
Dervin has made out with a rather large haul of what is very likely used to light the Light Eyes house, but nonetheless, it is currency and enough to very much pique your interest. And so Dervin looks to you, and they hold up the bag, and then, I fucking got it, I got it, it's mine, I did it.
I clap a hand on his back. Good job. Next time, we gotta work on your getaway skills.
Don't get caught.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
That's the point. Whole point.
Yeah,
Whole point.
they beat the hell out of me. They really worked me over this time. That sucked really bad.
Well, I distract them enough that they shouldn't come looking.
Not in the day.
No.
Yeah, okay. Well, check this out. And he opens up the pouch, and you see what has to amount to 200 marks inside of this bag. You're doing the mental.
When he
you're
opens
doing
it up,
the
we're
mental math.
We're in the street. I'm I take it from him and I tuck it under my cloak. Don't.
Yeah,
let's go home
you're
first.
standing in the theater district you're sitting in the theater district of Kholinar. He's fairly confident, even though because these are your streets, right? These are the places where you prowl. For sure, pulled out a fat bag of money in the worst neighborhood in Kholinar.
Hey, maybe okay. Next time you gain a prize, let's not flaunt it in the middle of the street. This may be our neighborhood, but you have to be smart about this.
Maybe. Okay, but where am I going to stash this? This is a lot of money.
Let's go home.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. They're not coming, are they?
Probably not.
Do you think Cutter's going to be mad?
I'll see what I can do to smooth things over.
Yeah, he's pretty big on us not getting caught, eh?
Yeah.
They saw our faces.
They did.
Okay.
I'm probably going to have to go back. But that's a problem for another night.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for saving me.
Of course.
I think they were
That's
gonna.
what we're here for.
I think they were gonna.
It wouldn't be the first time. That's why when we train, it is so important to take it as seriously. But you're here, and that's what matters.
Yeah, we're alive. I'm alive. Their locks were a non-issue. I'm a little shocked. Like all their lanterns were they were just little pin locks. I don't really understand. Like it was so easy.
It's because they have enough money to spare.
Yeah.
They don't care about the spheres that they use to light their rooms. That's not under lock and key.
Yeah, I guess not, hey?
Come on. And I'm gonna lead him, like, we're probably in an alley.
Yeah, for sure.
So, lead him to the nearest storm grate.
Yeah, okay.
Like, manhole type. And we're gonna head down to... I guess I haven't really named it. Our hideout.
Yeah, for sure. Dervin gets into lockstep behind you as you're taking your time to get into the hideout that you have. The individuals that are present within your hideout when you get there are some of the teens that populate the underworld of this organization, and they're playing cards around tables. They're eating meals together.
Right.
One of them's got the other one up against the wall, and they seem to be giving them the gears over like using marked cards. And you hear it as you come in. It's not about the fact that they were cheating. It's the fact that they got caught. They're like like your cons suck. You can't, if you're lucky, I'm the one that caught you. Like your wax marks are super colored. You have no idea what you're doing, etc., etc. And it very much feels like home. And standing in the center of this circular room that has been cut out by what can really only be either a shard blade or a soulcaster is Cutter, the leader of the cell that you operate under, the representative of the Phantom Dreyer. And he's looking at the door, and he watches you as you come in. He's not smiling.
Neither am I.
Cutter is a man that stands 5'4". His hair is kept very short. It's black. His eyes are a deep, deep brown, almost close to black. And he's Herdazian. His fingernails, the stereotypical quartz-like quality. He has several daggers that are in bandoliers across his chest, black pants made from sturdy leather, shoes with soft pads on the bottom for sneaking around the streets at night, and a cap that he could pull down in case he needed to make a quick getaway or fade into a crowd. He looks at you. You're looking at him. He looks at Dervin. He walks up to him, striding across the room, his shorter legs seemingly not being an impediment to speed or agility. Looks at Dervin. I already heard you got caught. I don't care about the embarrassment that comes with the Dreyer being known as an organization that works with kids that get caught. But we had someone go in after you. And that means you put two people's lives at danger. If you're going to be one of us, you don't make mistakes like this. You didn't have anyone watching. You took too long. You did it during the day. You were sloppy. Dervin holds up the bag of spheres, says, I made out with so much. This is going to feed us for God knows how long. This is going to be able to pay for poisons, for antidotes. This is going to be able to buy us new blades. We're going to... Cutter throws probably the most withering glare at Dervin. His eyes hardening, his jaw setting. And Dervin stops speaking. He hands over the spheres. Cutter putting them into his own bag. And Dervin walks away. He looks to you. Thank you for getting him back.
Of course, it's what I do.
No, what you do is what I say. Thank you for getting back an asset. This is a pretty substantial amount of money. I would say it's worth it.
I was seen. I need to go back. I need to neutralize the ones that saw me. There was only 2 of them.
They're going to have already given descriptions.
So what? Dark eyes look the same to them.
I say we take some of the marks that young Dervin just procured. We pay off the right people. I don't think anyone has to die just because they saw somebody that they've probably seen 10 times before on chap sheets throughout the entire city.
Fair enough.
Okay. So, High Storm's coming.
Yep.
Less guard activity than usual.
Exactly.
Did you hear why?
I heard a few different rumors flying around. What did you hear?
Queen Aesodan has called back the vast majority of the palace guards over some sort of religious dispute. I'm not sure.
Religious.
Yeah, apparently her holiness is being called into question by the Ardentia, and that isn't sitting well with her, and so now they're going to hold some sort of quorum at the palace about it. Regardless, with everyone hunkering down for the high storm, the palace being completely locked down, all the guards taken from the streets, I think this is a golden opportunity.
Where do you want me to go?
There is a little estate just next to the palace. I want you up on the rooftop. I want you watching the procession to see exactly what Aesodan is up to on your way out as the changing of the guards occurs. I want you to take every single thing that is not bolted down out of that household. There should be 3 individuals that stay. They are Dark Eye's servants that will not be attending, so they should be little obstacle in your way.
Fair enough. Consider it done.
We've got about a day.
That's plenty of time.
Have you seen that detective?
Not recently.
The one that's been sniffing around?
Oh, yes. He does have a tendency to do that.
I think it's getting incredibly bothersome that he is so very good at his job.
And what would you like for me to do about that?
I want you to talk to a man named Klim.
Clem?
Klim. He's an old friend of our dear Berlar. Apparently, those two have some friction. There's reason to believe that this Klim would love to sell a bit of information about his old friend. So, you walk in with a handful of marks, and we might learn a little bit about our wayward detective and why exactly he decides to so very fiercely cling to his sense of honor and justice. And I just need to make sure that he's not looking at us. I don't need the guards figuring out where we are, what we do. So, either that or put him on the payroll. One or the other.
I would prefer the latter, but
Yes, I would love him looking into the guards for us.
I get the sense that he wouldn't knowingly do it.
Well, however you can figure it out to make it so that it's unknowingly.
I can make it happen. But I'll see what this Clem has to say, if you want still.
All right.
Doesn't hurt to explore both avenues, does it?
No. This is going to be in your capable hands. Please, go ahead and you deal with this in the way that you want. I have other business.
Fair enough. I better gear up and check out where I'm supposed to stake out.
Yeah. Okay. Cutter gives you a hard glance. Dervin is watching the pair of you from a table. He's pretending to be drinking a mug of some beverage or another, and then looks up over the edge of the glass, and he's like looking at you guys just out of the side of his eye. And Cutter looks at him one last time, and Dervin gets up, takes his drink, and walks out. He gives you a curt nod. Says, "Be safe."
I will. I always do.
Is there anything that Navali does between now and the events of the next day?
I'm going to gear up, since I probably threw a couple of daggers on that little rescue mission I just went on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gear up. I will scope the area I'm supposed to be from nearby rooftops so that I'm not quite at the scene, but checking out the rotations, double checking our intel, because intel isn't always good.
Fair. We're going to, before we swap scenes to our next character, I will ask for a perception before we swap to see exactly what you may glean before making your way inside.
It's a 12 total.
That is a 12 total.
Yep.
You post up in the palace district of Kholinar to a warehouse building for different, think like the gigantic estates of the different districts of, like, if you've seen like Apothecary Diaries, like the you know, those plazas with all of the various buildings inside. You're like standing up on the walls, looking down within into the complex.
Yeah.
And as you hang with your eyes just barely poking above, looking in, the three people that you heard were going to be present seem to be sitting together, enjoying the quiet without the interference of others. They're drinking, they're making merry, but there is something a little bit disconcerting. And that is an individual that is walking around in shard plate. A brilliant painted gold set. They don't seem to be paying the Dark Eye servants any mind. They are stomping around the villa, making their way around in the courtyard,
Oh, so I'll hear them coming.
walking
Excellent.
around hedgerows. Yes, the clomp of the feet will give them away far before anything else, but you are Vaden. You have lived many years in Alethkar, in Kholinar especially. I would
Alethi.
like...
I'm Alethi.
Oh, you're Alethi by blood. All right. Well, yes, you are Alethi. You lived within this nation for some time, and seeing this very specific set of shard plate, I would actually ask for a lore.
Oh God, that is so not my skill.
This is not
Wait, can I switch it up my diplomat really quick?
This is not an incredibly hard roll.
Oh, that's really good. 21.
With a 21,
Shockingly.
Turanod,
Hmm.
an individual of the Light Eyes house, Stalinit.
Stalinit.
A duelist, a pompous asshole,
Mm-hmm.
someone who earned his shard plate, and if rumors are to be believed, blade, out on the fields of the Shattered Plains before being called home by his family. Now protects the grounds, and with a 21, you know for certain he has no qualms cutting down any dark eyes that truly get in his way. And at the dawn that he sits at, the rank that he sits at within society, he's well within his rights. It would not be a second thought. There would be no due process when he's standing on the grounds that he is supposed to be protecting. He is the judge, the jury, the executioner. But this is the job that Cutter gave. You're a little
Been worse.
You might have been through worse, but a little bit of a suspicious feeling crawls at the back of your neck. Cutter doesn't get information wrong. The Phantom Dreyer, their entire existence is predicated on the fact that they are more informed than the other groups within Kholinar. This man, this shard bearer, standing on these grounds is unprecedented and worrying. But that is for some time from now. Do you feel that it's appropriate to zoom back out?
Yeah.
Okay. Folks, we zoom back out into the air above Kholinar, these gigantic spiraling spires that seem to be cut out of the very air itself. Stone that has an architecture that does not seem like it could have been made by mortal hands. Perhaps many, many years ago, there was a soulcaster. Or, if the legends are true, a knight radiant that had brought this into existence. But some of these spires have staircases, and some of these staircases are used in order to peer down onto the streets below. In the quiet times when they're not being used by guards or by light eyes, or by individuals who have paid for the privilege, they lie empty. They make for some of the most fortuitous vantage points in all of Kholinar. And so, Bertalar. You have been tracking a guardsman for some time. one of your contacts, one specific Captain Tulanov, has given you the go-ahead to hunt down, find out what's going on with this corrupt guardsman. You stand at the top of one of these incredible arching spires, looking down upon the palace itself. You've been given a fantastic vantage point in order to look down at the receiving area, the dock of the palace, where you have heard that this guardsman, this corrupt guardsman, has been moving in and out, has been coming in and out of the larders like clockwork. They have been procuring things that are most certainly not food or other goods for the palace, the details of which you have not been made privy to. But you look down now and you see him. You've been watching him. He's been ushered in through the portcullis. He's walking through the courtyard. Mousy brown hair, thick brow, bushy eyebrows, hunched back, broad shoulders, wearing the uniform, the blue and the gold of the guardsmen of Kholinar. Not the brilliant sapphires and burnished gold of the armies of one Dalinar Kholin, but the plain blues and golds, the faded dress of the guard.
What's his gait? Like the way he's walking. Is it stilted? Is it comfortable?
It's the same.
Is it fast? Is he scurrying?
It's very labored. It's like he's dragging his feet, like he's shuffling, like he's afraid to trip over something, or that he's being too careful. A child carrying a glass of milk that is too full. A potter carrying their latest creation from the table to the kiln to be fired, hoping it doesn't fall. It's too wary. It's too labored. It's like he's carrying something heavy, but you don't see anything in his arms.
And he's heading in to pick up whatever it is he's been taking from the larder right now, correct?
It seems that way, yes.
Okay. I will head down the spire quickly as I can while still looking inconspicuous and set myself roughly in his path as he takes his exit. If I've seen the direction he goes before, I'm gonna hang out in that rough vicinity and maybe start up a conversation with anybody who might be standing around.
Berdalar is unfortunately a rather well-known element within the city.
Yeah.
People know the look of you. They know your face. They know that you're a detective. They know you've done work for less dubious patrons. In order to not allow people to profile you and find out exactly who you are at a glance, I would ask for a stealth.
Yes, I can do that. Well, not bad. 14.
With a 14, you very handily blend into crowds. You find yourself up against a wall, your eyes cast down, your face obscured by a handkerchief as you sneeze. You use whatever duplicitous actions that you need in order to not give up the ghost of your identity so quickly. And you find yourself able to pick and choose who you may want to talk to as you wait for this individual to come back out of the portcullis of the palace and back into the trades ward proper. Is there anyone in particular that you're looking for? Any specific individual that you want to talk to? Anyone that you would point out?
If we're over near the trade ward, Are there any merchants here that I might be familiar with beforehand?
Yeah, certainly. There's a textile merchant, someone that sells bolts of cloth and silks, that goes by the name of Gray.
Yeah, I'll head over and I'll chat with Gray.
Gray has an actual proper establishment further into the building, but a lot of the times they stand out at a stall, especially during the hotter days of Kholinar's summer. But today, yes, you find them at their stall. They're leaning against the wood of it, and they're perusing over today's finer pieces. And they look up, they recognize you, Bear. What are you doing on here?
Hi, Mancha. You know, just kicking around, seeing what's good. You got anything on thrift? You know?
Well, yeah, I'll sell you burlap at a chip a bolt if you want.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do. Why don't I do 2 chips for the burlap?
2 chips for the burlap. All right. He reaches underneath, and it's not anything that he advertises. So he pulls out 2 big spindles, bolts of burlap material. Do you need it for anything in particular?
No, just an excuse. You know how it is.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm gonna show you a whole bunch of stuff, and then he grabs several varieties of like very spectacular colored cloth materials, and he lays them out, and he's like, this one you're really not going to give a shit about. No, seriously, if you take a look at this one, this is going to not interest you at all. And if I have to say, this is almost ready to unravel, and if you really needed to, you could probably throw it up in the air and make a great big distraction, or roll it across the street and tangle up somebody's feet. I would act so surprised I wouldn't know what's going on. Whatever you need, I'm going to try to give, because I can guarantee that nothing at this stall is anything that you care about, even remotely.
Oh, I really appreciate you.
Yeah, I do.
Where's Gray from? Do I know? Is
Gray's
local?
Alethi, born and raised.
Yeah,
for sure. Inherited the business from his father. Yeah.
Does he have a mom?
Definitely has a mother. Yeah, his mother and father are both still alive. They're retired-ish. They do a bit of work at the shop. They're higher non-dark eyes. They're like your second or first non, almost a tenor. Someone that's like not kept away from doing trade or mercantile or anything like that. Inherited their businesses, probably not treated the best within town, but they scrape by selling to other dark eyes, etc. Yeah, Gray's a good old friend.
Yeah, well, I'll keep shooting the shit, you know, talking about pretty much nothing until I see my mark.
A short time later, that same individual comes walking out of the portcullis, past the large wooden gates that lead into the palace proper, the palace grounds proper, and gone, completely evaporated, is the actual stilted walk that they had. The limp, the heavy feet, completely gone. Whatever it is that they needed to drop off is dropped off, but you do notice something else. There's a big pouch of spheres hanging off of their belt. That wasn't there before.
All right. Well, I'll put 3 diamond chips on the counter. On the counter in front of me. I goes, all right, thanks, Mancha. Tell Nana I say hi.
Of course. Real quick before you go, I see the guy that you're looking at, and he's gonna be coming by in like 3, 2, 1.
And using that, I will use my expertise of pickpocketing to lift the spheres without even trying, without even looking.
Yeah, absolutely. This individual is very much not particularly astute. They're not paying attention to their surroundings in any major way, and with an expertise in pickpocketing, I'm not even going to ask for a roll on this specific for this specific job. There's very, very little in the way that Bertalar would fumble this. You see the man, he's like looking up at the sky. He's looking at the signs that go by. He's probably thinking about, what he wants to buy next. What he's going to be going and heading to the market to go and snag with these new spheres. He's got his finger in his nose. He's not paying attention at all. And you scoop these spheres off of him. And can I please get, I think it's going to be a deduction, actually.
Okay. Nat 1, baby.
A nat
for a total of
1.
6.
Okay. You don't notice anything else peculiar about him, but you get the sense that something's got to be off. You just cannot put your finger on it. What could it be? What is this man's deal?
Real quick, I'm going to just quickly peek inside the pouch and get a rough estimate of how many marks I'm looking at.
You're looking at about 50 marks. It's a pretty substantial amount for a drop-off. It was to the palace, so, you're not, blown on your ass, shocked at what it is. But this is like several months' wages for most people. Like, even tenors, even, 10th Dawn Light Eyes don't get paid like this. So whatever he was dropping off, it was important. And you notice as he's walking, and you're sort of fading back into the crowd, panic spren start boiling up around him. They start flitting around his head. Little orange, yellow, bird-like figures start spiraling in and around his head as he panics and he reaches for what is on his belt, and it's not there. He looks around, and he looks at the ground, and then a little bit of an oddity. It's fear spren, bubbling, curdling out of the earth. You're not sure that those spheres were his.
Pretty damn sure they weren't.
So, he starts speed walking. He gets down an alley.
I'm tailing, for sure. I'm tailing him at a distance, absolutely.
You tail at a distance. He stops in the alley. He pulls something out of a pouch. It's a span reed. And it's blinking. And you see him pull out a sheet of paper. He lays it on the ground. And he twists the ruby on the back of the span reed. Picks itself up. And it starts to write. You can't make out what it is from where you are. You need to get closer.
Yeah, I'll muss myself up real good, even mussier than I already always am. Pull my hair a little forward, grab one of the bottles that I keep on me at all times, take a couple sips.
Yeah.
I mean, Bertalar always smells a little bit like old booze, always just a little bit like
Just
stale,
a bit boozy.
like stale booze.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And starts to wander down the alley, taking sips. There's a little.
As you completely, without any pretense, just start walking down this alleyway, he looks up to you. You see more panic spren, shock spren, the little orange, or the little yellow, the little yellow triangles start popping into existence around him, and then he stands up. He crumples the paper, puts it in a pocket. Fuck off.
Hey, you want a nip?
He slaps the drink out of your hand, scattering it across the alleyway, smashing the vessel against the wall. I said, fuck off.
I will take my discreet weapon, which is my cane, and I will crack it against his head.
Ooh, okay. That is initiative. You will go first. Go ahead and make your attack. And I will ask, since he is shocked, you'll get your first attack, and then I'll ask for what comes next. Absolutely.
Oh my god, that's a natural 20.
Hey, that's just straight up maximum damage. Let me know what your maximum damage is.
9.
9. This is not a man of fortitude and vigor. This is not a man of incredible of incredible thickness of skull or aversion or resistance to pain. With a solid crack, you hit him across the head, and he hits the ground. And you hear this, like, deep, instantaneous... He is asleep, completely face in the dirt, unconscious, not with us. His hands curl up in the typical, like, knocked out, like, preserve your head natural reaction. It's not good. What do you do?
Ooh. Sorry, pal.
Bit of blood starting to
And
pool around where his head is.
I'm gonna loot his pockets. Primarily that the paper and like anything else he might have on him. The span reed, I'll take that.
The span reed is no longer blinking, but you do take it. There is a ring of keys on his belt, and there is the crumpled note. Besides that, there's a pouch full of hard cheeses, some extra spheres that seem to be his own personal possession, and a little Boda bag of strong stuff. Seems like violet.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So I'll literally take it all.
Yeah. You snag everything. You pop a little bit of cheese in your mouth.
I'm gonna pull him up and lean him on the wall, so in case he does vomit, which I know is a thing that can happen when you get knocked unconscious, I'll lean him up so he doesn't puke into his own mouth. Pardon me.
We'll leave it to the imagination of others exactly what he looks like, but he does have a bit of blood coming down the side of his face. You put him in a position of recovery so that he's not going to expire just based on natural bodily functions.
Yeah.
And you most certainly loot everything off of his body. Do you flee the scene?
Question.
Yeah.
This is a pedantics question.
Yeah.
Was I hired to arrest this man, or was I hired to solve this problem?
You were hired for neither of those things. You were hired quite literally just to suss out what was going on. You were supposed to track them down and learn what they were delivering and what was being traded for that delivery. It would seem as if you have found out one of those things. It is a pretty abundant amount of spheres that is being exchanged for something that you don't know. I'll ask for a deduction.
Yeah. Can I raise the stakes on this one?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Just a feeling, you know, just a vibe.
Yeah, no, certainly, please do.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Which ones? So 1 and 2 are bad. 5 and 6 are good.
5 or 6 is an opportunity. Yes.
Okay, so that is a blank, but I am going to use opportunist, and once per round, you can re-roll your plot die.
Okay.
As an agent.
Yeah. No, please do.
So that is an opportunity.
Yeah.
And that is a 22 on deduction.
Okay. With a 22 on deduction, you start creating a mental map of the situation that you're in. This man has been coming back and forth to the palace larders. The palace larders are the most unmonitored method of access to the palace itself. It's where dark eyes are brought in order to haul in food, porters are brought in to bring in drinks, etc., etc., etc. Everything goes through a screening process before it hits the actual palace proper. That's common knowledge. He's been doing this every single week, so it needs to be something that needs to be delivered fairly often. You're not sure what it could be. And you keep racking your brain and you keep racking your brain, and you just come to this stark conclusion. Whatever he delivered is still there. And it probably hasn't been taken away yet. And it was your job to find out what. You have an opportunity. I'm going to ask you, since an opportunity is usually given to add a little bit of narrative control to a situation. Berdalar, where is the secret entrance that only you know about into the palace larder?
So there is, it was originally a chull, like a little chull den, for some kind of, not a chull den, but like, some little, what are the little ones called?
Kremlings.
Yeah, it's like, it was originally a Kremling den, that they, during some renovations, they had cleaned out, and basically put up a plaster wall. Mm-hmm. Without ever redoing the stone. And so, yeah, there's still, and it's so technically it's still there, just this plaster wall. And Bear watched them put up the plaster and, like covered it in like a light layer of creme, but that's all it is. Okay. So he's never used it before because he's never needed to. And he never wanted to let anyone know that he knew it was there.
Okay. Can I presume that you are going to go and attempt to make your way into the palace larder using this secret entrance?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, seeing as we're all convening right around those points, do you feel that this is a comfortable point to zoom out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That was fun as hell.
Tremendous. Okay. We are going to zoom back out. Back into the skies of Kholinar. Kholinar is also a city of industry. It is a place where fabrials are made, where different machinations are put together by the various agents of the city proper. Artifabrians have been researching the most wondrous ways to use spren and to use gem hearts and spheres and to harness the power of emotions to pull wild, awe-inspiring technology together. There are things like the common span reed for communicating over vast different distances. These days, it seems as if fabrials are getting more and more powerful. They're changing the way that people live. Kholinar has hot water. Heating fabrials, keeping the hot water moving, pressure building in boiler systems. There's been whispers about the power of steam all throughout the kingdom. We are going to zoom in on one of these shops. Alstrom, you are a man. And a man within the lands of Alethkar is not to be one who is learned. It is sacrilegious to have a man read, to have a man learn the feminine arts, music, writing, science, all of these things. Forbidden, as are the tenets of the Vorin religion, the worship of the Almighty, They banned these things. But you have a thirst for knowledge that goes beyond any religious duty. And you have made your home, this lab, into something wondrous. A place where science, technology, magic, whatever you want to call it, can come to life. Where the powers of Spren can be turned into boons for all of Roshar. And so I will ask, as we come in to a scene of wonders, what does your workshop look like, and what are you working on?
The workshop there is like the whole wall is like one long workbench with a large wooden table in the center room, and just along the actual wall above the like table bench is all different tools hanging and magnets, various like tools and accoutrement, and various like pinned up drawings of different fabrials, especially the common ones that I have to repair all the time, little sketches of how they come apart in different sequences. You see there's like one of a span reed in like 3 different sets of like being taken apart with little glyphs denoting parts, because if anyone else would come back here, it should only be me and my sister. But Alstrom is I have like a bowl of dirt that I am trying to turn into mud so that I can get a mud spren and put it into this gem for a fabrial I'm working on.
Okay.
Is it a mud spren? What is it called? Who knows?
So you're trying to summon a mud spren. That's what you're trying to bring here. You stand over this muck, this dirt that you're mixing with water. You have a gem nearby, perhaps to capture it, just in case. And as you work the mud, as you add different ingredients to try to create the right substrate to bring in this creature of earthly power, can I please get from you a crafting roll?
That's a 14.
That is a 14. You stand before the dirt, before the muck, in front of this pile of what to many within all of Roshar might amount to just creme in a bucket. And you think you see something. There is very much something crawling across the table towards it.
Oh, what is this? What are you?
It's
Hello?
spirals, lines, a bump of 3-dimensional nothingness across the table. And then, as quickly as it's there, It's gone.
I knew it. I need to write this down. Hold on. I shuffle for some papers and I try to make a quick sketch of what I can remember before I go back and experiment again.
You draw it down. You have such a hard time drawing exactly what the hell this might have been. It was just lines twirling on the table. You don't know if it was like the edge of a spren that you were just barely seeing, like it hadn't come into existence yet. You don't know what it was, but it was strange. It was geometric.
Not the pattern I've seen before.
No, it was geometry made real. And you see on the page what you've drawn. Can I get a lore as you stare at what you've put on the page?
11.
11. Okay. You're not sure what the name of it is, but you've heard of spren that are more abstract.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of things like peak spren, where it's not a spren of emotions like joy or glory or shock or awe, sadness, anger, pain. They're more abstract concepts, things of the peaks, things of the deep. And you log down the thought, and you understand that you're making progress. It's something you've never seen before. You don't know what drew it out, but it's there. I must let in the cat, because she begs it. Get in here.
Who is knocking? What does that sound?
So sorry. But you don't feel too disheartened. Your sister walks down into the laboratory. So?
Alshir, you missed it. It was just. Here, let me. And I show her the drawing really quick. It was only there for a split second, but I swear I saw it. I've never seen it. Have you seen anything? Have you heard of anything like this before?
Alstrom, you are brilliant. No, I've never seen this doodle before. Are you sure it wasn't just smoke? This looks a little bit like smoke.
It's not. How do you get smoke from mud? What are you talking about? Come on, you can't get smoke from mud. You see, it's not just a thing that happens.
You didn't just like light a fire and like some smoke drifted across the table or came in through the window or anything like that? That's not a spren.
I've been dripping water for hours now. No fire.
Okay. I'm gonna believe you. Because you're many things, but crazy isn't one of them. I believe that you saw this.
I'll take it.
I'm going to have to leave. I'll be back later. There's some basic supplies that I have to go and pick up. I need wood for span reeds and I need more rubies. And I'll be back. I'll be back in a couple of hours. What have you heard about what's going on at the palace?
What have I? Have I heard anything?
Go ahead,
let's see.
and I would love for you to roll a. I think this is going to be another lore.
Okay.
You're a fairly educated individual, even with the goings on in the city.
Yeah, 9.
A 9.
I think
okay.
I've been focused on this for a couple of days.
Yeah. You have no real idea what's going on in the palace, except you've heard what everyone else has, that there's hubbub. There's some sort of big going on. The queen has summoned a lot of the guards, and you have no idea why. Not about as much as anyone else within the city, that's for sure.
I think the queen is having one of her episodes again.
Yeah. She's making it really, really hard to get good wood. She's using literally all of it for some sort of building project within the not that kind. Get out of here. She's making it really hard to get good supplies within the city. She's pulling anything of quality into the palace for some sort of gigantic project. I don't know what. And the last time I went to go and get colored cloth, it seemed like it was halfway all bought up. There's some weird theater group within town that seems to be operating now. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I can't just have what I usually want delivered. I need to go out and actually shop. So I'll be back. You be safe. And if you see this thing again, maybe I'll believe you that time. All right? Okay.
You stay safe, okay?
Yeah, of course. Your sister leaves the building, and crawling up onto the door as she leaves, you hear and see this same spiral spren that you saw before. It's twisting. These patterns moving, and you just hear, good lie.
What? Who said that? Alshir, you're not playing a joke.
No, that's me. And you see the creature, this spren, this bundle, this weave of patterns shift, indents onto the door. Me.
Can I go up and try and, like, reach out to it and say, is it you I saw earlier?
Earlier.
Do you have a name?
Name. No. You, give me name.
Wave. You remind me of the ocean a bit when I was younger.
Wave. That is a name.
It is a name.
Yeah. Okay. Is that really my name, or are you lying?
A little bit of both.
You
A
lie.
that becomes the truth.
You lie a lot. All the time. Big lies.
Little lies, good lies.
Big lies, bad lies.
Ah. Wave. Yeah, I guess you're right.
What are you trying to do?
Right now? Probably lunch?
No. On the table. With the mud.
Yes, I want to. You see, I heard there are if I can find a mud spren, you see, because it wobbles, and I put the mud spren into the gem, then I can make any ground I want to wobble.
Won't work.
What?
That won't work.
How do you know this is true?
I know a lot.
Can you show me?
No.
That's a lie.
Yeah. Maybe.
That's the best lie.
It's a good one.
Because it's also true.
What's lunch?
How do I describe lunch? A meal that you eat in the middle of the day, sometimes with friends.
Friends. You don't have friends.
That's not true. Alshir, she's my friend.
She has to be. And I don't think that she's really your friend.
No.
She's
Family
just...
doesn't have to be friends.
Well, she does.
How do you know that?
I've been watching you.
How long? Watching me? What?
You were little. Long time.
So you saw the waves too?
I saw waves. I saw that you're hiding.
Yeah. Well, speaking of hiding, I should probably go clean up a bit.
Downstairs in the laboratory with the mud and the gems and the lunch.
Yes, first we must clean before we have lunch. We must make sure everything is clean. And then...
Okay.
Come, let me show you.
Yes, show me. And in like a very shockingly fast movement, this bundle of lines and geometric shapes zooms down off of the door and up your pant leg in a very distressing way. And you feel almost nothing but this like imperceptible, wispy non-touch on your leg. And you hear and feel vibrations, though, like on the back of your knee, and it just says, lunch in the laboratory.
It's one of my favorites. Lunch and lab, you know. If you've been watching, you've seen.
You love lab lunch and lies.
We're gonna have to work on that last one.
You need to lie better or stop.
Seems we have things we can teach each other.
I can tell you how to dress.
What do you mean? Am I not dressed well?
You look like a liar.
What? How? What does a non-liar? How do you even know?
You would wear the things that you are supposed to work instead of the regular clothes instead.
So you're saying I should wear different, better clothes while I work?
I think you lie to yourself and to people when you leave your house.
But this is to protect me and my sister, to protect us. We are very different from these people. They don't... Not many understand.
Then you should tell them to be better. And make them listen with your
Have you ever met
inventions.
any other person?
I have met...
Do you know how hard it is, the thing you ask?
No. It is easy to say it. It is hard to make it.
I will do this thing,
Good.
even though it is difficult.
I am very wise. You should listen.
Wave, stop lying.
That
You
is...
can't just make everything up.
That is not a lie. I am the smartest of my kind.
It is very hard to prove that, you know, since I only know you and I have another vibrating line.
You don't trust me?
Do you trust people you meet instantly?
That would be crazy.
You heard my sister earlier. She said if I am nothing, I am not crazy.
Your sister lies.
We are just going to work on me, one person at a time.
Yes. She has her own problems.
Don't we all?
No.
So when I give you this look, that means I think you're lying, okay? Just so I don't have to say the words every time, I'm just gonna give you one of these.
I cannot see. I am in your pants.
Well, get out of there! What are you doing?
He like scuttles out of your pants and like goes up on your.
You
He
can
like
be
he
on
like
top, not under.
he like
That's
goes
weird.
he goes up and he's like on your vest.
Yes, that's much better.
Weird in the pants.
Yeah. What are you?
I
You don't
see.
see me in the bathroom.
I have seen. You take a long time and your legs go to sleep because you are reading too many books.
There's no one else. Oh, right. Stay here. I'm gonna make sure no one else is around. You cannot say these things out loud.
Okay. Wave goes quiet while you head down into the laboratory, clean up the various things that are down there, and start to make lunch. I am going to say we're going to zoom out really quickly, as there is another person sort of waiting on something. Some of the individuals in our world stick along with the status quo. They fall very easily into the cultural norms. This cat. I'm so sorry. Worst. She's the worst.
She'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah,
man.
she'll
You
be
get
back.
in.
She'll be back in 10 minutes. Someone start a timer. So some people buck those cultural norms, though. Vorin men and women are followers of a religion of very distinct gender delineations. Men go to war. Women are writers. Men are smiths, craftsmen. Women are note takers. Men eat spicy food. Women, things that are more sweet, pleasing on the tongue. It goes so far as to push men and women into these little bubbles. Naturally, as is the way of any world where people are represented as they are people, there are those that rebuke these norms, that fight against them, and do their best, even if within the lines of their roles, to throw off those chains. And so, we find ourselves now with Fira. Fira, can we get a description of what you look like very quickly?
Sure. So Firaniel stands at like 5'6". She's always seems like she has this very upright, sturdy posture. Like she's been corrected like 1,000 times now. It's just natural for her to stand up super straight. She's has an athletic figure that shows more that in her steadiness and stability rather than bulk. She has a warm tan skin tone, dark purple eyes, and freckled cheeks and high cheekbones. She has unruly, curly red hair that she ties back in a pinned updo, but without fail, some strands are always falling out and leaving, no matter how hard she tries to keep it neat and orderly.
How would Feraniel start their day? What would we see as you're within your dormitory, the home that is provided to you by the military structure of Kholinar? How do you start?
So it's before dawn, and she is already awake. She's moving through her morning routine, which is she's doing her stretches. She's doing some very basic calisthenics before making sure no one else is awake. She's listening really closely before she takes up her side sword, and then she's working through some drills she'd seen some of the soldiers do. And she's practicing her strikes, controlling them, breathing steadily. Her curls are already falling out of her pinned updo. She tries to move them back, but she's going through the motions of her usual routine.
As you are moving through these very fierce sword drills, the wisp and whistle of air passing over the very sharp blade, you hear this knock, 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 knock on your dormitory door, drawing a couple of shock spren involuntarily from around your head. And you sense that it's time, that there's some sort of individual that is going to be calling on you in a short period of time. You hear a voice on the other side of the door, one of the subordinates of your commanding officer, shouting out, Fira, it's time. Sergeant needs you.
Oh, of course. Of course. Instantly clipping the short sword back onto her belt, checking herself, making sure all of her straps are strapped, checking her bag, making sure she's got all of her notebook and all of her materials, clipping it on, and turning to answer the door.
You open the door, and there is a light eyes individual standing on the other side. A tenor, a normal rank and file soldier within the standing army of Kholinar. It is one of your peers, Thedaniel. The man has, on more than one occasion, tried to, quote-unquote, catch you in the act. He's been suspicious of you for some time, and he knocks at inopportune moments. He has tried to see exactly what your MO is. How is it that you are always full of energy, always able to be on top form? Why is it that your messages are always sent without issue? Why is it that your notations and your suggestions are always taken to heart? Your climb within the ranks of the feminine side of Kholinar's military structure has been, astronomical compared to others. And you do it all seemingly with poise. No one's ever seen your safe hand. You've never had any mishaps, even during PT drills. You've never had any sort of faux pas of talking out of place, walking out of place. You really do have that, the chosen child vibe around you at all times when it comes to the officers of Kholinar. And you've been sought after or sabotaged the entire time you've been here. You've had stones slung at you, and right up until your commanding officer unfortunately left, you were on a meteoric trajectory to something unprecedented within the military of Kholinar. Thedaniel hands you a letter. This came for you.
Thank you, sir.
You have 20 minutes.
I'll be there. Appreciate you delivering it.
Right. He spins on a heel and walks off. The note is stamped with wax. The seal is unfamiliar. Not one that you've seen from any of the Light Eyes houses of Kholinar before. In fact, it's a strange symbol that you've seen before that's unassociated with political structures. This is a symbol from the Dawn Chant. What do you do?
And it's intended for me, and I would know that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I look down at the seal curiously, and I pop it off to read the missive.
You pop open the letter. It's written in Alethi, and it says, Feraniel, I apologize for the way that I left. You did not deserve it, and I'm trying to stay away. It is better for you, and it is better for our people. Nail is the closest thing that we have to a fighting chance. You've heard the rumors. You've seen the signs. The Parshendi are no more. They are no longer what they were. There are creatures that stalk us now. We are the prey. And then you just see underneath, underlined, the Knights Radiant have returned. I pray that one day you will join me. I know that is not today. But they were not evil. They were not foul villains. They were just flawed men that made mistakes. And then the last thing on the letter is, please don't hate me.
yeah, how Fira was so poised when she made sure she was put together for answering the door, and the way she greeted Daniel, it drops that instantly at that first line as she's reading it. She slouches. She looks like she's in shock almost. She doesn't know how to take this letter. She's gonna look and peek back out down the hallway to see if Daniel was still there or was walking away.
He tries to spend as little time around you as possible unless he needs to. The Daniel is gone.
Ooh.
Well,
Weird.
Clock is ticking.
She's going to 20 minutes. She's going to come back to her senses, realize that fold up this note as small as possible and put it within a interior pocket in her pouch, like one that she knows is there, but somebody who might grab her pouch by accident or something would not instantly see. She knows that no other people shouldn't see this letter.
You tuck it away. And can I make a presumption that you're going to go and make your way down to your commanding officer?
She's going to take a moment to like recenter herself, and then it's going to look like nothing bothered her as she walks.
Down at the barracks, you find a flurry of activity. It's actually a little bit startling. The sheer amount of individuals that are moving throughout this entire station it's shocking. You've seen guard changing of the guard before. You've seen the transferal of new recruits into their various stations throughout the city. You've been witness over the past time that you've been in Kholinar to many different situations that would call for an all hands on deck sort of situation. This is chaos uncontrolled. There are individuals running inside the buildings. There are people that are rushing out of the buildings. You hear shouting. You hear muffled words of, "Move your ass. Go now. The queen demands. You are not to talk back. I was not asking. I am telling you. I do not care that you are my superior. You will move. The queen demands it." You hear the hallmarks of insubordination on people's tongues as you move into the barracks. But it's not your place. You have one thing that you can do, and that's find your commanding officer.
Report for duty. Yep.
You make your way inside, and you find his office. It's a quaint room. Bookshelves. A small stove for making teas, small meals, a desk, a comfortable, functional chair. Sitting in it is your commanding officer. If you could remind me of their name. I am so sorry. I had most things written down.
I just got reassigned, so
I didn't think I gave you the name. I was pretty sure. Oh, okay. Okay. Perfect. So this is in my notes. Give me 2 seconds. I was I was pretty sure. Yes.
And I think while she was walking, she couldn't help but look almost offended and at the way that everyone was running around and the chaos that was surrounding her.
You are speaking to Captain of the Guard, former Kholinar Sergeant, Tyr Rael. He sits behind the desk. The man is one that is square personified. Square jaw, square head, square brows. It seems like this man has been carved out of stone. His shoulders squared off. His armor seems blocky on him as he sits. His legs are almost completely uniform. He has no hips to speak of. It is just flat all the way down. A rectangular pillar of a man, strong. But you've heard rumors about this Tyrael. He's kind. He's fair. He looks at you. Fira, right?
Yes, sir.
I think you saw. I think you're a mess. I need somebody that's going to be able to do what I ask, do it fast. You understand?
Yes, sir, of course.
Of course. So, and then he pulls out from one of the drawers of the desk a stack of missives. It's got to be 20 tall. It is an impressive stack. These are going to go out to every single guard station in Kholinar. These are new orders, new patrols. I've had to rework more men than I've ever seen in this entire city's history, and I've been working for the Guard for about 25 years. So, these cannot meet the eyes of anyone else. You understand?
Not in agreement.
You don't have a problem being a runner, do you?
Not at all. Happy to serve.
These are going to be going through some rough parts of the city.
Yeah. You can count on me, sir.
So, you're going to need some supplies. These are all going to have to be copied and delivered back to the actual palace itself via span read. Do you have a span read handy? A blank one?
I'm assuming I do not, right?
Right. Well,
Yep.
then you're going to have to go and you're going to have to get that for yourself. I'll give you a stipend in order to go and procure that. And then, once you have taken all of these, there is one extra for you. That is going to be sent to the palace, as well as with the declaration that it has been sent out to every single guardhouse in this city. Understood?
Yes, sir.
All right. I heard you served a deserter. He doesn't really seem to deign to speak his name.
Unfortunately.
He was a good man. Till he wasn't.
I like to believe that most men are good men until they're not.
How very optimistic of you. I have a question for you before you leave, Fira.
Yes?
Is it true? What they said
I'm afraid
about
I don't.
him? Why he left?
I thought I knew him, sir. But I think there were things that he was keeping from all of us. So I'm afraid I don't know.
What about all that creme about him spouting off about Radiance and all that muck that Dalinar's been going on about these days? We've all heard the rumors. You've heard the rumors. What about all that?
I'm afraid my answer is the same. I have no proof of what they say.
Yeah, okay.
I prefer to work on facts,
Right,
not
right.
rumors.
Admirable trait. Well, serve me well, and I'll do you the same in return.
I appreciate that, sir. Thank you.
The only thing that we have to gain is a more secure city, and I heard you're the best. That's why I asked for you.
She'll try to hide that she's blushing a little bit at that. But
All right. Fallout soldier. You hear him call you soldier.
yes, sir.
And that's not something that you're used to. It's definitely a marker that he's trying to be completely unbiased with you, and he might know a little bit of your reputation, how effective you are, and your goals, aspirations, etc. Can I please get an insight?
Yeah. It's a 9.
That's a 9? You'd love to peel back the layers of this man at some point, and you try to glean a little bit more out of this interaction, but all you really get is that it seems like he had some sort of relationship with your former commanding officer, your former tutor, your patron. And he's definitely, saying less than he could.
Yeah. And I think I'm also a little distracted because for the second time today when he called me soldier, I think Fira finds herself out a little off guard. She's not used to that.
So.
Could I also, he was alluding to, he had to write all these new orders. There's all this chaos surrounding.
Yeah.
Could Fira try to piece together things she heard in the hallway on the walk over, what he was saying, and see if she can get any sense of what's happening?
Oh my gosh, yeah, give me a deduction.
Mm-hmm. Oh geez, that dice is not my friend today.
Oh no.
That's a 7.
Okay, you try to glean anything that you can out of the chaos and the noise of this of what you're perceiving now. There's 2 things that you can glean out of this, even just at a glance. Nothing that anyone else wouldn't be able to also glean if they've been in military structures for as long as you have. Chaos like this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen every day. When individuals of a lower station start speaking back, that is because they are empowered. It is because someone is behind them with an even higher standing than the commanders that are in charge here. There aren't many, and they're in the palace. These are orders that are coming from the palace, and you know it. Either some sort of high muckety-muck has decided to overhaul the guard structure of Kholinar entirely, or there is some grand event that is going to be happening in a very short period of time. And the only thing that you can think is that that's going to require a lot of paperwork.
Right. He seemed like there's a lot of missives to deliver. It is urgent information. She's gonna set off and instantly get to work.
You start delivering these missives. A lot of it is very standard run-of-the-mill. And eventually, after a time, it has finally been done. But you have one last thing to do. And that is get this span read. And you really only know one place that can get you a span read that quickly and at a moment's notice. And that is at your acquaintance, Alstrom's shop. He and his sister, he's known as the front, the face, the man who sells things. He gets papers together. He does the supply runs, etc. And she is this brilliant artifabrian. You have a pretty good rapport with her. You have a pretty good rapport with him. And you arrive at the shop. You knock on the door. No answer. You knock on the door. No answer. You need this span read. You need these materials.
Just be open.
You're on good enough terms. You could probably just walk in.
Yeah. Just gonna listen. Probably not hear anything. Just gonna lightly, a little nervously check the door.
You check the door. The door's unlocked. And then you hear Alstrom's voice. He's here. It's fine. He's just downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
You head down into the laboratory. That's where all of the fabrials are kept. That would make sense.
I've seen them bring it up before.
Yeah. You walk in. And there he is. He's reading diagrams. He has a pen in his hand. There's a fabrial on the table in front of him, or pieces of one. There's ink on his fingers and a strange look in his eye. He's actually writing. He's reading. He's taking notes. And you realize that this man is quite literally committing a pretty high level of sacrilege. He's educated. Where? You don't know. But you've caught him in the act. Alstrom, you look up. You didn't hear her. You didn't see her until it was far too late.
Ah!
Alstrom, what are you doing?
I am copying some glyphs for Alshir. Glyphs. Yes. How can I? What are you doing?
Fira's going to take a step closer. Those were not glyphs, Alstrom.
It's nothing. And Thelana, all the men, we write, it's okay. Do not hush. Calm.
But the men do not write here.
And you are a woman, you don't have to tell anybody?
I do. I have to report this
Bah, to
to my superiors.
No.
I'm under obligation, Alstrom.
No, you're not. You've decided you are under obligation.
Well, yes. But that's my responsibility.
No, your responsibility is for whatever you came here to do. Not for this. Bah.
I mean, I came here for a span read. And it's urgent.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you the whole time?
Like I said, back where I'm from, we grow up. I got taught as a child.
It's at this moment that Alstrom's sister comes walking into the basement from upstairs. Alstrom, I'm back. I got what we...
Sheer.
Oh. And as she looks to you, Fira, and then looks angrily at you, Alstrom, that's where we're going to take our first... Well, it's where we're going to take our break. Folks, my lovely, lovely people in the audience, thank you so much for joining us for this portion. We're taking our break a little bit later. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Go get yourself a drink of water. Go hydrate. Go stretch. And we'll be back super soon. So I am going to ask you,
Eat ice cream.
Yeah, eat ice cream. I am going to ask you, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your neighbors, tell your local congressperson, your garbage collector, tell your local grocery clerk, your postal delivery worker, that Another World Tabletop is live with the Cosmere RPG tonight. Tell everybody. Tell literally every single person. Tell T-Pain. Tell T-Pain. Yeah, tell T-Pain.
He follows me.
That's super crazy. That's super crazy. One more step. We've been raiding into T-Pain for like a hot minute now. Because he's fucking dope as shit. Anyway, folks, also, most importantly, tell your dog we love them. So we'll be back in 10 minutes, just 10 little minutes. Stick around. We will be right. Hi, everybody. We are back. For those of you that are just joining us, for those of you that stuck around, we left off on Feraniel Alstrom and Alstrom's sister having a little bit of a tense moment in the basement laboratory of Alstrom's shop. A little bit of a predication, a little bit of an explanation for those that may not know. Within the world of Roshar, men and women, those that follow the Vorin religion, delineate themselves along lines of cultural roles. The men following into more masculine professions, things like making of war, being warriors, being crafters. At least those crafts that do not take education. And this means that they are never given the opportunity to read or write anything past a very simple set of glyphs. And it is Feraniel that has come down and stumbled upon Alstrom reading, writing, apparently working on fabrials, gem-powered constructions. Alstrom's sister speaks up. Miss Feraniel.
Just gonna stare at her, like expectantly.
How much did you see?
I think I saw enough.
You didn't see anything.
I'm just gonna glare at you.
I think maybe we should go upstairs and discuss why you came here in the first place.
I am in a rush, but yes, I need a span read, and I need to do this expedited. We can pause on this, and she's gonna glare at Alshir, your sister.
Right. You all make your way upstairs into the front forward-facing part of the operation, the place where currency is exchanged for goods, where notes are kept, where certain more retail-ready objects are kept. Alshir grabs a notepad for logging the transaction and looks to you, Feraniel. She says, well, you know where we're from. This isn't frowned upon.
Yes, I understand that. But you're not there now.
If you go running off and you report this to the powers that be, you will ruin this place. You understand that. You know we're good people.
Yes, and I don't want that.
Then let our sins be our sins. Let us keep helping the people of Kholinar. Giving you what you need. We serve the people here. We're trying to make life better. Then she...
Air's gonna be quiet for a second.
Have we not made your life better?
I'm gonna turn to look at you. You have helped in the past months, yes. And I don't want to see anything bad happen to you, either of you. And I frankly don't have time for this right now.
Well, are you willing to make a deal?
What are you offering?
Looks at his sister. This span read? No cost? On the house? And we do not have to discuss why you just walked into my shop and into my laboratory unannounced.
That I might.
I
That
want
could
to
work
continue
for me.
doing business with you. I mean no bad ill.
You're putting me in a rough situation with this.
If no one knows, no one knows.
Well, you should be more careful.
Yeah, I was trying to be.
Alshira
You-
looks to Alstrom. Yes, we should be more careful.
I should have locked the door.
Yes.
Locked the door, not been downstairs during the open hours of the day. There's a laundry list of things that you should not have done today that you did, and it has led to a proper Vorin woman discovering what we do here. What if it wasn't someone like
It was
Vera?
lunchtime.
One time is all that it takes. This is everything that we have here, Alstrom. This is everything that we have. It falls apart because of one time. What if it was an officer of the guard? What if it was some light eyes that was being presumptuous? You tell me.
What do you suggest? I tried to make a deal. I think. You want
I
two
accept
span reads?
your deal. I accept your deal. I don't like lying.
It's not lying if you don't say anything.
You get a very distinct buzz on the back of your vest that only you hear. You just hear, No, Alstrom, these are lies. They are big lies. But we're lying to help people. I don't know if that makes it right. I don't know if we're doing what's best, but what I do know is that it's all that we know how to do. I don't have another choice. Kholinar is our home, and this city is in trouble, and it's the hub of gem hearts, and it is the hub of educated individuals. This is where Navani came from. The most learned halls, the most lauded of artifabrians across the world are here. Would you have us thrown out of this city because you're sloppy? I love you. You are my brother, and I would die for you. And unfortunately, if you stay sloppy, I may have to. Tighten up your work.
Well, I do agree with that. I do need that span read.
Yes, I'm sorry. And she reaches down underneath the desk. Blank span read. If you have, all you have to do is connect it to another blank span read wherever you like, and just please, it's on us. Take it.
I will. When she passes it over, and I'll take it, and I'll lean in towards her, and I say, I will keep your secret, but please do not put me in this position again.
We won't. We will not.
Just knock on the door to the lab. gosh, how hard is that?
Just
I did knock.
Lock.
Not to the lab.
the door. Just lock the door. You could have just locked the door.
Yes.
Or listen. Or open your ears. How did you not hear her come in?
I was humming and dancing.
You have no good answers because you were absolutely at fault. I want you to cook dinner tonight. I want you to go and get my favorite pastries. And when you come back, I would very much like you to take out that nice key that I had made for our front door and unlock it, because I'm locking the door behind you. And if you happen to forget that, then frankly, don't come back.
You just want me to be too good because you know I do it. I'm better than you.
I want cookies. Get out of my shop.
Are you not going to invite our new friend for dinner?
I do not have time for dinner. It's okay. It's okay.
I would call this wonderful, incredibly secretive and gracious individual that is in our shop many, many wonderful things, but a thing I would not call them right now is a friend. Alstrom, walk out that door. Go get me cookies. The ones near the palace ward. Go. Get out of here. I do not want to look at you anymore.
Bah! Fine. I have my keys.
Good. Sure hope you
You're
don't
gonna
lose them.
Shut the door quietly
Yeah.
and lock it super quietly.
She looks into the middle space. He locked
Kira's
the door.
gonna awkwardly go.
He locked the door before you left. I'm gonna unlock it for you. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yep. Yep. And she unlocks the door. She lets you out. She closes the door, and you hear, you see some anger spren bleed through the keyhole as you hear the angriest locking of a latch you've ever heard in your life.
Oof.
You then hear a kick.
Is Alstrom outside?
Is Alstrom outside?
So you left immediately? I would say he's probably within 60 feet trying to figure out which direction he actually wants to go in because of what order he's gonna do things.
I'll call to him. I believe she said the cookies were near the palace.
Yeah.
It's that way.
Do you...
I'm heading there now.
Oh, let's... Okay, let's go.
Oh. She's quite intimidating when she's mad.
Yes. But she does it because she cares.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Can I just ask why?
Why?
Not why she cares. I don't know why you do that hobby that you like.
All I can remember is wanting to learn, wanting to put things together, wanting to take things apart. I never was good on the ships. I couldn't be a merchant. I'm not really good at haggling. You can see how I was not good at making that. But taking things apart, putting it back together, it makes sense. And Kholinar is falling apart. Maybe I can help put it back together.
I can respect that.
You two make your way down to the palace ward, and we're going to zoom out a little bit. We're going to jump scene to scene a couple times, and then we're going to lock in. Navali. Very distinctly, you sit on that same precipice. You've waited your time. You've heard the bells. The guard has been summoned, not just from the home, but from all sorts of places around the streets. All of the guard have been summoned to the palace. You're unsure why. But the courtyard is clear. The place that you are supposed to infiltrate is completely barren, sans those 3 servants and the shard bearer. You have your orders.
Yep.
You see that large 4-story tower that sits on the edge of the property that you are supposed to go and hit. Can I ask how exactly you would like to approach this? Is this a run, dash, blow through the doors? Is this
This is stealth all the way.
100% skullduggery?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. As you wend your way over the roof and land on cat-like feet in the courtyard below, I would like for you to give me a stealth.
Awesome. Okay. That is a 23.
You are Shadow. You are Whisper on the Wind. You are quite literally nearly the pinnacle of your craft. When Navali says that they are the best, that they don't get caught, that they aren't afraid of the common run-of-the-mill guards that operate within Kholinar. They say that with all of the well-deserved confidence possible. You move from shadow to shadow, from door to door, until you have to cross a dusk-lit part of the courtyard, and you look to either side, and you see those servants walking about. They could see you, but you dash. You follow the shake of trees to mask your movements. You avoid the grasses that would give away your position, the movements of your feet causing them to retract back into your holes. You dodge the little bits of shale bark growing across the buildings that would scatter and crumble at touch and lead to your being seen or heard. Eventually, you get to the bottom of the tower, and you hear that telltale clank behind you. You've heard shard plate before.
Yep.
You're no stranger to it. Kholinar is full of light eyes that have had theirs passed down to them. They walk through the streets with all of the swagger that a shard bearer is, well, to be honest, owed. Even if they don't deserve it, they are dangerous, no matter what. You've seen them punch through stone walls. You've seen shard blades carve through stone like butter. You have seen the smoky, dead eyes of a dark eyes that has gotten in the way of a shard blade.
Too many times.
Too many times. You reach the door. The shard bearer is coming around the corner, and I would like a thievery check. You need to pick this lock,
Oh, hell yeah.
and I will ask, would you like to raise the stakes?
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. That's a dirty 20. The plot die is blank. I'm going to use opportunist
To re-roll that. Okay.
to reroll.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is blank again, so.
Okay. With a satisfying click, the lock gives up the entrance to the door. You slide inside. There's a moment of panic. The shard bearer's loud, heavy, plated boots stop just in front of the door. And you hear the rasp of metal. Do you dare to look?
No, I'm looking for a place to hide in case he comes in here.
You find a place to hide. You see around you that this not quite tower is seemingly a place where individuals that guard this place will go to sleep. The bottom level being a sort of set of bunk beds and trunks that the guards of the estate would usually lay their head.
Okay.
You cling to the bottom of a bed, pulling yourself up, and then the shard bearer walks in the room.
Okay.
He walks inside. He sits down at a round table in the common
in his
area.
shard plate?
You hear the wood groan. He takes off his helmet. He looks around. He looks right. He looks left. He grabs a bottle that's on the table. And he starts taking a couple of drinks.
Me realizing I should have poisoned that. And I'm clinging to the bottom of the bed, not in that room, but in the next room? Is that...
It's the common area. The bottom floor, to give the layout, the bottom floor has a staircase that leads up into the second or third floor of the actual structure itself. The bottom floor is a collection of about like 12 sets of bunk beds, trunks at the end of each of them, and then a small seating area where like meals would be shared or like common room time would be shared. Places where they would like play cards or drink with one another, or perhaps plan for the next guard watch, or sit and have a break. That's the sort of area that you're in right now. You're clinging to the bottom of a bed, not in any way that's going to like strain you. He's not looking underneath beds or anything, but you're like clinging to the bars in case you need to pull yourself up.
Can I, from my position, can I smell what he's drinking?
Ooh, give me a deduction.
Yeah, is it alcohol? Would that be perception since I'm trying to smell?
I would say perception, yeah.
Okay. They're the same bonus. It doesn't really matter,
Sure.
but...
You might get different results, though.
Hey, that's a natural 20 plus 2, 22.
1,000 bottles passing over 1,000 lips, passing your eyes 1,000 times.
Yep.
Hell, you might even know the person who actually sells this. You're like, is that Tanavar's Mark? That is Tanavar's Mark. He only sells Horneater White. That guy's getting not just a little drunk. He's sitting down to get shithoused. Like,
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, like he's sitting in his shard plate. He's clearly like, this is a dereliction of duty. You know that opportunities like this for light eyes don't come along every day. They don't just get to sit, relax, and like scratch the balls and drink fucking hard liquor and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All the guards are gone. All of the people that might actually hold this guy to task for what he needs to do are gone. He's sitting in his shard plate. You see he's
chilling.
actively sweating, and he's drinking hard alcohol.
Okay. So my next question is, where am I in relation to the stairs? Because what I need to do is in the stairs, right? Like I have to go upstairs.
So he's sitting at a table that's like in a common area that's adjacent to the stairs. You're like, think like in a triangle. He's over on this side, you're over on this side, and the stairs would be sort of in the middle. There is a world in which you just escape detection and get in behind him and head up the stairs.
Okay. Yeah. He's getting drunk. Probably gonna fall asleep sooner than later if it's Kholinar White. But yeah, I'm gonna try to stealth it. So just to be clear on my goal again.
Yeah.
I need to get up on top of this tower and observe.
It was to rob this place. Come back with some money, as well as observe because this is like one of the higher towers in the area. It was also to observe the goings on, like the whatever strange summoning that was going on from Queen Aesodan into the courtyard of the palace. It's not a public event. It's for Light Eyes, and it's for the guard, and it's that kind of thing. And he wants first-hand information. And usually he'd send Gribbly, one of the kids, to go and do recon watch. But that's not, this is spying on the queen.
Mm-hmm.
He needs you to do it.
Yeah, he needs me for spying things. Okay. I am going to take advantage of his current position while he's getting comfortable and hopefully about to close his eyes real soon. And I'm gonna sneak upstairs.
As you go to sneak past the shard bearer, I will ask again, do you want to raise the stakes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's fucking go. Yes. That is a... am I doing thievery or stealth? It's the same
This
bonus.
is stealth. This is definitely stealth. Yeah.
Okay. So 21, 17 on the die plus 4, and a opportunity on the flat die.
You're feeling very emboldened. You're good at what you do. He's drinking what amounts to straight alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in particular you'd like to do to his drink? Do you want to get into the purse that's hanging on his hip? Do you want to take that helmet off the table?
Ooh. So many options. Yeah, I'll take the helmet. That's a nice little trophy. He probably won't notice that. He's not facing it.
You pick the helmet up off of the table.
Mm-hmm.
You start walking up the stairs. Doesn't seem like he's noticed yet.
Stupid Light Eyes. I'm gonna... I think that to myself. I don't say anything out loud. I'm going to sneak up as quickly as is safe to do so with my super awesome stealth check here.
Yeah. You get to the top of the tower. The fourth floor, the one that is actually up on the rooftop, is one that is a simple hatch. There's a ladder that leads up to the hatch that leads to the roof. It seems like getting inside the place is the hard part, not so much what you need to do once you're inside.
Are there any valuables on the way up?
Spheres, sphere lanterns, 100%. You could start looting the lights out of this place. Yeah.
I'll probably do that on the way down.
Sure.
Or at the very top when I know I'm out of hearing range of the shard bearer.
Yeah. You hit the top. You get in through the hatch. You see across the courtyard. It's packed. There's people standing in a gigantic circle.
Okay.
The palace grounds are circular. In the middle is a stone structure. Pattern has been drawn upon it, seemingly in paint. You're not entirely sure what the symbol means. Can I get a lore check?
Sure. 14?
A 14?
Yeah.
Navali isn't classically educated.
No.
Navali
I know how to read and write. That's about it.
Navali has, however, been the ear that has heard so many boogeyman stories, so many different tales of the things that go bump in the night.
Sure.
And you see the symbol that is painted down in the middle of the courtyard, and you've seen that painted down in the sewers. You've seen it carved into the stone. It's apparently some sort of ooze creature, some sort of monster that stalks the alleyways, that takes young children, turns them into demons and wretches, that makes ghouls out of adults, that turns good, loving, very loyal Voran women and turns them into lustful, cheating, duplicitous traitors to their husbands. This is someone that turns good to bad, virtue into vileness. You don't have a name for it, because it goes by 1,000 names. You've heard it called the Ooze. You've heard it called different titles in languages that are dead. Simple names like the Vorak. But you've seen it. You have no idea why the hell it would be painted in the courtyard of the palace.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'd like to try to commit this to memory so that I can sketch it out for Cutter later.
I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibility, if you wanted to have charcoal and a pen and a piece of paper on you.
Let me check my equipment. I don't think I have anything like that.
Ah, fair.
I do not.
Okay. Then yeah, you can definitely try to commit it to memory. It's pretty close.
Okay. Yeah.
And we're gonna jump from Navali really quick.
Okay.
Bertalar. We find you within the larder of the Palace of Kholinar. We see many bodies running, moving, people coming and going. You've been watching, and there it is. It's the package. It has to be. Everything else is grain. His meat, drink, cheese. It is incense. It is wax. It is cloth. It is the day-to-day materials that are needed to keep a palace running, and that right there. Folded up. Sitting on a table.
I see people running to and fro, back and forth, yeah? Like
Yeah.
people kind of just in the larder?
Moving.
What is the station? The station of these people?
almost exclusively Dark Eyes. These are Dark Eye servants. They are doing the day-to-day work of the palace. There are a few Light Eyes, some Tenors that are watching over them, but other than that, it's all Dark Eyes workers. You see no one of import down here, in fact, and that might be by design.
I mean, I gotta get that package. I'm gonna walk up like I belong here, and I'm just gonna go grab it.
Okay. You're being brazen. Quite brazen.
Mm-hmm.
You've decided, instead of trying to be sneaky about it, you're going to try to blend in. I would ask, now, I think this would be best... Really, it is a persuasion, I think, to insist that you are here out of a true...
This is where I belong. What are you talking about?
This is where you belong, yeah.
Not deception?
I don't think it's deception.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All good. Hey, that's okay. 14.
14. Okay. A man places a hand on your chest. Stands about 6 feet tall, broad-shouldered, dark green eyes, a very practical looking uniform on. He's got coveralls, a set of gloves on. He seems to be a porter of some kind.
Well, gone.
Why aren't you working?
I am. Why'd you stop me?
You're not wearing her uniform.
I don't wear the uniform. I work for Captain Villick personally. He sent me down here to grab him something, so I'm doing it. Fuck off.
I'll take a deception.
Damnation, man.
Deception?
You want me to... Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I must... It must...
Not a
I
big
think my
deal.
computer froze.
No big deal, no big deal.
That's not as good. That's a 13.
Villic or not, I understand. However, grab what you're here for. And I am not going to get behind schedule because a lazy piece of shit like you doesn't want to do their job. So, and then he picks up a huge wheel of cheese and he places it in your arms. You're going to go take that. You're going to place it up on the tables that have been set up for the feast outside. And then you can take whatever Villic wanted you to take, and you can shove it up your ass for all I care.
Is this guy trying to get me out of here by chance? Am I getting a vibe?
He's trying... No, you mean, like, intentional?
Yeah.
No, there's no vibe of that. He wants you to get to work and, like, do the thing he need. He's trying to get you to do the thing that he didn't want to do.
Yeah, I drop the wheel of cheese on the ground and I go, I don't work for you.
You work for the palace.
Yeah, I do, and I know my job, and my job is not to move a damn wheel of cheese.
Listen,
get out of my way.
No, we need to stick together. We don't. You're gonna get us all beat if you don't fucking take this cheese upstairs. Come on.
Oh no, I'm gonna get you beat. No one's gonna touch me. Get out of my way. Let me get my.
Just as bad as a light eyes. Fine, I'll do it myself. And he picks up the cheese.
I'm a light eyes. You
walks over. He like looks at you. What are you doing down here?
I'm getting a package. Now get out of my way.
I'll ask for an insight.
That's an 11.
Okay. Take your package. I'm sure you're meant to be here.
Okay. I'm gonna grab that thing and I'm gonna run. I am gonna run hard.
Okay. Do you run further into the palace or do you leave the palace?
I get the hell out of here.
Okay.
I come back out the way I came in.
You snag the package and you leave. It's a very short period of time later that your heart is pounding in your chest. You get that prickling sensation on the back of your neck. That sweet, sickly danger sense. You're standing in an alley.
Yeah, I start looking. Where's the danger? Where is it?
You look around, and someone drops down off of a roof into the middle of the alley. It's a man, white hair, long Thalen brows, tucked behind ears. There's a wavy 6-foot blade materializing in his hand.
I draw my side sword.
You don't win this. Give me the package.
Okay, I'll give it to you. What is it?
Just put it on the ground.
Is this man as dangerous as he's making himself out to be?
Give me an insight.
Yeah. Nine.
He bleeds menace. There is such an intense feeling of off-putting danger that fills Berdelar as he looks down the alley and into these stark white eyes.
Okay. Okay. And I put the side sword right down, like on the dirt. You want it?
Kick it over.
Yeah, I'm still holding it. What is it? Like, how is it wrapped? What are we looking at here?
It's wrapped in silk. And it's just tied with a ribbon across it. It seems like it's supposed to look like a like a gift of some sort. You know, a delivery for the from the populace for the palace. Like it's heavy. It weighs maybe 15 pounds. It's the size of a large book.
As I slowly start to bring it down, I am going to untie the ribbon to the best of my ability, discreetly. I'm going to try and untie the ribbon as discreet as I can as I go to put it down, and like I try to get him to lock eyes with me instead of looking at the package, you know?
Ooh, okay. We're gonna ask for a...
This is so dumb.
I think this might be... okay. I'll hear an argument, and these will have different results based on what you ask for it to be, but I could see this being either agility, stealth, or persuasion.
I'll go...
Yeah.
I'll go stealth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
would this be an appropriate time to raise the stakes by chance?
I cannot imagine a more appropriate time.
Okay. Yeah, come on, please. Okay, that's good. No, that's really good. Opportunist reroll the die.
Okay.
19 opportunity.
Okay. You'll get your opportunity. I think what you're asking for here is to have it be revealed what is in the package.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it in a way so that like piece by piece, whatever is in this package I will see it before it gets to him, right? I'm going to try and like kick it to him and knock the silk off, or if it's in a box, try and get to fall out.
You kick the box over. The silk comes loose. The box opens. It's a wooden box, about the size of a large textbook. It spills out. Inside is a soul caster. You've seen this soul caster before. It's very famous. This is either an incredible recreation or the exact soulcaster that's been worn by Yasna Kolin.
Oh, storms! My bad, Butterfingers. That's not what I meant to do at all.
The man looks down at it. These piercing white eyes. You would almost think them blind. Stare for a moment. And then he looks back up at you. Wrong package. And then he starts walking towards you. And his shard blade turns to mist. If you allow it, and there's no interception, he simply walks past you.
Oi, Muncher, could I ask you a quick question?
He stops, doesn't look at you.
Who are you, by chance? Just one cool guy to another.
I'm no one. And then he keeps walking.
Okay. Well, I picked that soulcaster back up. I put it in the box. I tied that bad boy up with a ribbon, and I put it in my my pack.
Okay. We're going to zoom out from Berdalar. Alstrom and Feraniel, you two are making your way to the Palace Ward. Nope, wrong scene. You're making your way to the Palace Ward. You're supposed to buy cookies. You're supposed to write a note. There's so much that you have to do, and then you hear it. The clang of bells. It is an eruption of sound. It's coming from the palace itself. It's the sound of danger. It's the sound of worry, of horror. It is that alarm that really only comes once in a generation. The queen is in danger. Or she wants you to think that she is. Feraniel, it is your duty to protect the queen, to protect Kholinar. It's taking everything in you right now not to run. Alstrom, You've lived in the city a long time. Your curiosity is, well, it's almost supernatural. You hear a buzz just behind your ear, and that tickle, that ripple of pattern on flesh. Big lie in the big building.
I look at Fira. We should go check that out.
That sound means danger. Can you protect yourself?
Do not worry about me.
We'll walk together.
You walk together. You make your way towards the palace. As you get closer, Alstrom, you feel wave start to rush across the clothing, rustling small portions of it. Not enough to be noticeable, but there's a clear excitement. There are anticipation spread, absolutely erupting out of the streets. It's like the city feels like something is going to happen. Like there is a palpable fog-like heaviness, a pall that has come across the entirety of Kholinar. You move further, you walk faster. You get to the gates of the palace itself, and it's unsettling. There's no one manning the gate. There's no one there. The gate is open. You look inside. You see the queen, and you see an ardent. And that ardent is standing prostrated, arms splayed out, held by two of the honor guard of the city of Kholinar. And you see in the hands of Queen Aesudan a shard blade. It's unlike one that you've ever seen before. It's dark. It's like it's made out of shadow. The misty condensation that is hallmark drips red instead of clear like water. You can't quite hear it at first, but she's shouting something at the top of her lungs. The proclamation of sin, of freedom, that the city is hers. Then it becomes clearer. The Ardentia will be no more here. Vorinism can be practiced in the home, but this one has acted against all of Kholinar and against your queen. This is a time for revelry. The Shattered Plains are where everything is being won, where the day is being completely torn away from the Parshendi, where the high princes do war against the foul villains that attack Alethkar, where her husband, Dalinar Kholin, has claimed the city of Yurthiru, where... And then she pauses. And you see a very fell look come across her face. She raises the sword. And then we're going to zoom back out. And we're going to go back to Navali.
Uh-oh.
Navali, you stand on this rooftop. You're seeing this procession below. You think you might be the only person in the proximity besides those that are present, or perhaps other spies, that can see the full symbol that is painted upon the ground. you see the queen come out. You see an ardent being dragged behind the queen. A woman, bald-headed, seemingly already beaten from the blood that's trailing behind her. You see a few of your peers in the Phantom Dreyer, the teens. They're in the crowd. You think to yourself, you little shits.
Mm-hmm.
But they shouldn't be in any danger, you don't think. This is perhaps someone who was caught stealing or something, and you can't make out what's being said, but a little bit of time passes, a little bit more time passes, and then you see it. A sword comes back, a sword comes down. The Ardent's head falls onto the ground. The crowd erupts. You see Spren. Joy Spren. Little tufted winged baubles floating in the air above the crowd. But wrong. They aren't orange. They're green. They seem wrong. Can I get a perception?
That is a 14 total.
14 total?
Yep.
You hear it. Clank, 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 clank. It's getting louder.
Ah, shit.
Coming up the stairs. Perhaps taking the helmet was a bad idea. But you think you've seen everything you needed to see. And a helmet is more than enough of a treasure to bring back to Cutter.
Yeah. So the clanking around, is it just around inside of this tower?
It is coming up the stairs.
Well, I'm up on the roof, so I am going to I mean, how high up am I? I've got a good 50 feet of rope, at least.
You're 40 feet up? 4 stories?
Excellent. I am going to tail all this time. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to fasten a rope if I can to something off the side of the building, opposite of where the door is.
Yeah.
And rappel my way down.
You rappel your way down. As you reach the bottom of the rope, you hear a thud right by your head. There's an arrow that plants into the stone of the structure with a note wrapped around it.
As I'm pulling my rope down to retrieve it, because I'm not gonna fucking leave it here. That's crazy. And I'm going to tear the arrow out of the wall because I'm pissed and like, what the fuck is this now? And I'm gonna glance down at it as I'm wrapping the rope around myself and moving.
It's an address and a series of triangles.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna shove that in the inside pocket of my jacket. I clock what it is and I go.
Okay.
I am leaving. While he's still stomping around in the tower like an idiot, I'm getting out. If I have to climb over walls and stuff to get out of here, I will.
It's fairly abandoned. It's not a grand leap in logic that you would be able to get away from a drunken shard plate wearer as well as a few dark eyes. You don't...
I'm hiding the helmet, by the way. I'm not carrying it openly.
Oh, for sure. I imagined that like you wrapped it in cloth.
Yeah.
Would that
for
make
sure.
sense? Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. You start sprinting away. You make your way up and over the walls, and you see, as you're running through the streets, a Kholinar that has erupted in chaos.
Perfect.
Celebrations. The queen has made proclamations. Some people are celebrating. Some people are horrified. But it's their queen. You hear in through windows. Did you hear about, oh my God, this? She did what? Praise the queen. It's her right. The Ardents have had too much play for too long. You hear a lot of that.
Interesting.
And then you make your way back to a Stormgrate.
I think Nev thinks to themselves during this time, like, good for her, I have no love for the Ardentia. As I get back to the base. And I'm seeking out Cutter immediately because I have half a mind to punch this mofo, sending me where there's a shard bearer.
Cutter is the only individual that is within the hideout.
Where is everyone?
They're out.
I slap the helmet down on the table. There was a storming shard bearer there. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Yeah, Turnod Stellanit.
Turnod Stellanit.
He was getting drunk on the job, so stealing this was easy.
You probably shouldn't have taken this.
Why? He can't track it. Right? It's only the blades. It's not the armor.
We're kind of the only real thieves operation here in the city. We can't sell it here.
Well, I can go drop it on the grounds real quick if you want. He's so drunk, he probably will be like, oh, I must have left it outside.
Cutter really thinks for a moment. He seems lost in thought, weighing the pros and the cons.
One of the kids throw it over the fence, it'll be fine.
We could probably try to sell it back.
It was the most expensive thing I could find.
We could leave a note and sell it back. If he's the drunk you say he is. Problem for another day. Put a bag on it, hide it.
Did you have somebody send me a message earlier?
He looks confused. No, why?
Just a feeling.
Did you get a message?
Nev instantly regretting saying anything to Cutter about this. Nothing of consequence.
Give me a deception.
I'm not a very charismatic person. That's 11.
He just looks at you. Eyes. Cutter's eyes always seem to be able to literally pierce through people. Okay.
Does he look mad?
Not mad.
Okay. Cool. Not getting any more scars today. That's nice.
So, what did you see?
I tell him everything I saw other than the details of the note that I just got. In detail.
Queen's killing Ardents.
It's a little weird. But,
A little more than
you
weird.
know, maybe times are changing.
A new fashion statement is times changing. a changing of lineage. His time's changing. A new law saying that hats can only be worn on Wednesdays. That's time's changing.
All right.
Openly slaying an ardent in the courtyard of the palace. That sounds like madness.
The spren didn't look right in that crowd.
Yeah, you said that.
And the symbol. I sketch it out for him while we're having this conversation. I show him.
Yeah, okay. What, some monster that lives in caves? The hell does this mean?
Yeah, but why would they paint it in the palace courtyard? Why would they all be standing on it like it's some kind of, I don't know. Ask somebody religious.
Queen started taking up a big interest in cryptozoology. Is that her new slant? Is that what's going on?
How do we know that's what that means?
I guess we don't.
You read any books on it lately? Because I sure fucking haven't.
Do I look like I read?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, the guards are a mess. That should make things easier to, steal. I think you should go and get some rest. You've had a busy day.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna check on the kids.
Yeah, you said some of them were there.
Yeah.
You ever run into that fucking detective?
Not today. I think it's about time to pay him a visit.
I had him followed.
Good. Who'd you send?
10.
Okay. Can I insight him?
Yeah.
That's an 8.
Seems like he's telling the truth.
God, he's so hard to read. Yeah. Listen, I can track him down tomorrow. I'm gonna check on my little birdies. Make sure none of them are getting into trouble.
Go visit that little officer's pet that you're friends with.
She's not my friend. I don't know how we keep running into each other.
Opposites attract.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, you should go.
And I will take my leave. And as I'm doing so, I'm going to take a pattern that I only use personally in terms of like travel, because I don't want him to track me.
Ooh, give me a stealth.
Yeah, I'll do it. Hell yeah. Okay. Not as good as my other ones. 14.
A 14. Okay. You're fairly certain that you haven't been followed.
Yeah, I want to go to that address.
Oh, you want to go to that address?
Yep, I'm going.
We're gonna zoom out really quickly.
Okay.
Berdalar. Where do you go? I think you're muted. No, you're good.
Sorry, no, I was just thinking. I unmuted and then didn't know what to say. I go to someone who knows how to read, someone who knows fabrials. Going to Alstrom's shop.
Okay. Yeah.
To find, Alstrom, what's your sister's name?
Alshir.
Alshir. I'm going to go find Alshir. That's where I'm going.
Sure. You head to Alshir's shop. The door's locked, but you see lights on inside. I swear to fucking God, I swear to God, did you forget your key? You forgot your key.
I'll see it. I'll share it. It's better lot. Let me in.
Oh, what do you... Okay. And you hear the click, 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 and the door opens. Bertolor, what are you doing here?
I burst in and slam the door behind me and lock it like I'll latch every latch.
Okay.
Hi. You know how to read, right? Could you do that for me?
Yeah, I know how to read.
Okay, great. He pulls out the crumpled piece of paper from the span read, and he smooths it out and holds it to her.
She takes the paper. She folds it up to a tight little square. She hands it back to you. Get out of my shop.
What does it say?
Get out of my shop.
What does it say?
You're not bringing this here. Get out of my shop.
I need to know. You already read it, so you have to tell me what it says.
I don't have to tell you shit. You need to get out of my shop. Absolutely not.
You have to tell me what it says. You know. You already know.
Are you working with the Sons of Honor?
No, I'm not working with the Sons. What did you just say to me?
I said exactly what I said.
No, I'm not. What do you mean? Is that what this is?
That's who that note is from.
What else does it say?
Have you been transporting things?
No.
To the palace.
I took down the guy who was transporting things.
She looks you over. What's in that box, Bertolor?
Yasna's Soulcaster.
Get this note read elsewhere. Get out of my shop.
Please, just tell me what it says.
It says that
Please.
You're a Son of Honor. To dead drop the Soulcaster. And it says that you're late. Who are you late for? And who's behind you?
I wasn't. The guy in the alley who I hit over the head with my stick is the guy who's late.
So you're fighting with Son
I'm
of
hot.
Honor.
I was. No, yes, I am. I guess I didn't know that.
I'm not
I
a
just found
freedom
out.
fighter, Bertolor. I'm not a rebel,
Neither am I.
Bertolor.
I'm a detective.
You're a detective. Fantastic. Detect how to leave my shop. Get out.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Also, quick question before I go. Do you know how to trace where a fabrial is from using the other half? Is that a thing?
Maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Alstrom can... He can probably give me a hand.
Okay, where's your brother?
Oh my god.
What?
I don't know. I sent him away.
I guess I'll go find him then. And I give her the fabrial, and I go, just see what you can
She's
do.
like holding it in shaking hands. This is a very famous soulcaster.
No, this is a span read. I leave her the I leave her the span read.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
You said fabrial. I'm like, that's a
No,
okay.
not that one.
I was like, ah. Okay. She
No.
takes the
See
span
what you can do. I'll go find your brother.
Yeah.
Any idea where he might be?
He's getting me cookies.
From that place by the palace ward, yeah?
Yeah, the good ones, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hole in the
I
wall.
got it.
That's what it's called.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep your doors locked.
Yeah.
Unlocks the door.
Yeah. Get out.
Okay.
We are going to zoom out. We are moving in on Alstrom and Feraniel again. The two of you stand, horrified, as the head of the Ardent drops to the ground.
Damnation! What?
This is all wrong. Fira is like frozen. And she's like starts to slowly back up.
We're like a part of like a crowd or something that watched
Yeah.
the display happen?
Yeah.
Forget the cookies, I need to go make sure.
You cut out at the end.
Forget the cookies. I need to go back make sure my sister is safe.
Let's get up. Yes, we
Do
should
you
get
have
out
somewhere
of here.
safe to be right now?
No.
Come with me.
You make your way back to the shop. You're hoping that it's somewhere safe. You run into Berdalar.
Oh, hi! I was just looking for you.
Berdalar.
Hi.
Did you see what just happened?
No, but I've got some crazy news.
I'm not crazier than this. Come on.
No, you go first.
No, you.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
you seem-
Have you met Fira? Fira? Berdalar? Fira?
Not properly. Hi. I'm Berdalar Jura. Good to meet you.
She's not gonna say anything, but just gonna bow forward. Looks like she's kind of in shock a little bit. She looks very uncomfortable.
Okay, let's walk and talk.
Very nice.
You start walking with one another. And all three of you see a very small pinprick of light. And it turns into a flat line. It seems to be in the air. And it takes off down an alley away from you in a ribbon.
Did you...
That?
Yeah.
Should we...
I don't know.
Is it
My
strength?
curiosity is getting the better of me.
It was just a ribbon of light?
Yeah.
You know, No, we should get back to your store. We should go. I mean, unless you want to go check it out. But I did just leave your sister with something very dangerous. If that helps make your decision.
What if we take a peek?
Let's just take a peek.
Okay, all right.
You head after the ribbon of light. You follow it in a brilliant seafoam green line. And it looks like a wind spren. Very much dancing, shifting throughout the streets. You follow it for a very short time, and it leads you over a doorway. It's painted red. It's in the side of a building. Seems to be just a residence. Three of you are standing, staring, and Navali. You turn the corner. You see three people standing in front of the door of the address that you've been given. small pinprick of light hovering above them and then fluttering over you and disappearing. Just a wind spirit.
Hey.
Hi.
Navali?
What are you doing here?
You know each other?
A bit.
Yes. We've met a few times now.
Okay.
What are you doing here, Navali?
I'm supposed to be here. I received a missive.
A missive.
Yeah.
It's good to see you. It's been a minute.
Yeah, funny how this is happening, considering I was told to check in on you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Chotana, come on. What do you mean?
You make a lot of storming noise, that's what I mean.
I think I'm quite light on my feet for such a tall man, so.
Why are you all here? In the place where I'm supposed to be.
Did you not see that sprint?
What, Windspren?
I mean, it was a very active wind sprint, you know?
Did it guide us here?
Do they do that?
Wouldn't know.
What is this place, Navali? You said you were coming here?
I don't know what it is. I'm about to find out.
Is this... Are you up to no good?
When am I ever?
Banderlar rolls his eyes just a little bit and opens the door.
The door opens, and standing just a few feet inside is a man in a double-breasted suit, a hat, tricorn that has a feather in it, a very brilliant side sword on his hip, a large shining gemstone hanging from his neck, his hands covered in shining gemstone rings, and what appears to be a very dimly lit false gemstone eye. He looks at you all. I only asked for one, but I mean, if 4 little puppets want to come inside, please. By all means.
Okay.
You're the one who sent this, and I hold up the paper.
I mean, I asked for someone to send you a little note, yeah, but it wasn't meant to be so brusque. I apologize. It could have just been a letter. I heard that,
I'm like still holding the arrow.
I heard that they found you at an inopportune time. Is that
I'll
right?
say.
Yes. Something to do with a shard bearer.
I was storming busy.
Yes.
And it's none of their business. I don't even know why they're here. You didn't invite them?
Navali, who is this guy?
I don't know. Who are you?
Ah, I'm Tunavir.
Do I know that name?
You can go ahead and give me... Anyone who's present can give me a lore.
Nope, I know nothing.
Yeah.
That's a whole ass 7.
Also 7.
Yeah,
no.
let's go.
8.
Oh my god!
17.
17! Thank fuck.
Woohoo!
Fira, you're well traveled. You have educated yourself on the more important people when it comes to Alethkar and Yakaved, and you have very vast cultural knowledge. Tunavir is a Babsk, a trade master from the Reshi Isles. They operated there for quite some time. They're obviously from Thalena, originally. But Tunavir is one of the trade masters of that, the island nation, and you have heard through the grapevine that he has set to roost here in Kholinar in order to, well, ply his trade and perhaps grow his stock. But this isn't so surprising. You certainly know that he's one for dramatic flair and eccentricities, and you've heard some strange rumors about him as well. Strange happenstances, seemingly miraculous works of trade and mercantilism. He's a man of mystery, certainly, but you've never heard anything too terribly off-putting about him. Tunavir is Tunavir.
So I don't have any, I wouldn't have a reason for feeling particularly unsafe around him considering what I just saw.
Other than the fact that he's a light eyes with an incredible amount of money, no, not particularly.
Oh. Well, it's nice to meet you, Your Brightness.
And all of you, please come inside. It's it's not a nice night out.
Definitely. Fira's gonna feel a little bit more confident stepping inside after he said his name.
Yeah, pleasantries and all that. What exactly do you want?
Well, are your companions coming in?
I look very pointedly at the rest of them. It's your choice. But clearly I am the one who is supposed to be here.
Yes.
This
I
is
think
a
it's
good
smart to
night.
get off the street.
All right, well, you, tall Erdasian man, coming in. You want a drink? A snack?
I can't say no to a drink, you know.
All right.
Close the door.
I've already pickpocketed his flask from him.
Oh, Jesus.
Probably.
Mine?
Yeah.
Fuck!
All right. Tunavir sets you all down at a table. The house is intensely well appointed. Luxurious woods. Spheres brightly lighting the entire interior. There's different art upon the walls. There's a map of Roshar on one side that dominates most of the wall. There's little pins in it. The surface of the table that you sit at is covered in different documents and languages that you likely don't understand. And he takes a seat. So, I really hope that I'm not interrupting anything too terribly important, but you did see the Queen kill an Ardent tonight, didn't you?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yes. Oh, this one didn't. Yes, that is.
Oh
what
yeah,
it is.
we didn't get around. I was gonna tell you.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
Storms, that is not good.
I'd say it's quite bad. How would you
Do you
like...
know... Oh, sorry.
No, please. You're my guests.
Do you know about this? And I will put the charcoal sketch I had made for Cutter of the symbol.
Yes, I'm quite well aware, but I would not reveal such things now until I get certain guarantees from all of you.
What is this, a job?
It's a job offer, yes. One that will be quite, if not financially lucrative, perhaps morally. It is the right thing to do.
Okay, well now I'm suspicious.
Rightfully so.
I already have an employer.
Right.
Why
As
should
do
I
I.
believe you?
No, you shouldn't. You have no need to. But when you have a body of evidence like mine, it's hard to refute. It is the comings and goings of the royal family of Kholinar that leads me to believe that, well, things aren't quite what they seem. And so I would ask of all of you, since you're all here, please, help me help the city. There is a lady that is going to be coming to the city very soon. And I would like to make her transition here a little more smooth.
Go on.
Well, I'm going to have to ask you to accept the job first.
What's it pay?
It will pay in education. It will pay in revelation. And of course, there will be no small amount of marks slided your way.
Why me?
Because besides you, there are very few within this city that I think have the drive and the want to actually protect the city. And that serves me. And you all, and he points to Berlar, to Veraniel, and to Alstrom, you, I've been watching most of you for some time now, and you're of special interest. You have a slant for also bucking tradition, young Veraniel, and you, Mr. Berlar, you do not fear the establishment in any sort of real way, and you, Mr. Alstrom, well, I know that you can keep a secret. So, I would ask you to say yes, and then we can convene on another night, discuss payment, and truly help our wayward traveler to come to rest in her new home.
Yes.
I'm intrigued. No, but
That's one.
you said that helping this person, this job that would help the city, and I fail to see the connection yet
So,
on how
she will
that would happen.
need connections. She will need people to cut through bureaucracy. She will need individuals that are more than capable of transporting her to the places that she needs to be. And of course, she is going to need steady access to fabrials. And if this was a job that you took, I'm certain that before very long, you would understand the gravity of having this person here and putting her in a position where she can do good.
How do I know that your version of good matches mine?
Oh, it almost certainly doesn't. I think before too terribly long, young Feraniel, that my version of good will have to become the version of good that you adopt, lest you see your city fall, your brothers in arms laid low, and a very unfortunate wave fall over this city and tear it to pieces. I'm sure you've all heard about the Parshendi and how they call themselves the Singers now, and how they have warriors that fly with lances that can pierce a man with just a deft flick of the wrist, with powers fell and horrible. I'm sure you've heard about cities falling already, that Yakaved perhaps lays in ruin, that it is under siege. The Shattered Plains is not the apex of conflict anymore. Irithiru sits as a jewel in the hands of Dalinar Kholin, and that the Knights Radiant have returned. The world is changing, and I'm giving you the opportunity to help it change, instead of sitting and watching and just being cogs. You can turn that wheel. Or you can go back to playing with trinkets and sitting in sewers and tracking down drug dealers, getting your little packets of fire moss and writing your letters for your superiors. The choice is yours.
Fine. I'm in.
That's two.
I have one question.
Please.
Do you have any cookies I could take home with me?
That's a crazy thing to say.
I'll do it, yes. But my sister, I was on an errand. My sister wanted some cookies. She's gonna be so mad at me if I...
Young man, I have
Trust me,
I have
she's
cookies.
just gonna be happy you're home.
I also do have cookies, but that seems... You know what? I'll head in the pantry and I'll bring out what I have.
Thank you. I'll help, of course.
And young Feraniel.
If I agree to help, would I be able to stop helping if I feel this is wrong?
Oh, I don't think you will.
Money's money, Fiora. Are you in or out?
And Fira, if it helps, I think Baccarin would want you to do it.
Money's money.
How do you know that?
I've got a good feeling.
He's a traitor.
So am I, technically. I stole Yasna Colin's soulcaster today.
What?
What?
It was an accident.
We'll unpack that later.
All right. Well, it sounds like you're all in. I think you should all sit, and I think the four of you should discuss exactly the terms of your coming together. If you're to be working for me, it should be done in cohesion, and while I was only wanting to hire but the one of you, sometimes...
Nev looks increasingly uncomfortable.
Sometimes you have a gift dropped in your lap, and I am not one to spurn such a thing. So he gets up from his seat. He comes back a short time later with a package of cookies. He places them on the table.
No way.
Well, light eyes, dark eyes, Vorin, heretic, liars and thieves, warriors, and ones who watch for the truth. I think you're going to make a nice little family.
Yeah, whatever. I was
Okay.
trying to get this job done.
I think right there, folks, as you all sign on to this, is where we're going to end it for the evening. We went a little long. My apologies, game one. So, folks, people at home, individuals watching this on YouTube, because we upload there too. Hi. This has been wonderful. What an amazing intro to our story so far. Thank you all so much for coming along with us. Fuck, Greg.
Isn't that the bridge floor salute? Isn't that the bridge floor salute?
No,
it's
this
just
is
bridge
the bridge
4,
floor.
man. It's bridge
Bridge
4.
four.
Oh,
Yeah.
I always imagined him going like this.
Oh, I always thought Bridge 4 was up
It's
here.
this, guys.
I thought
Guys,
Bridge 4
guys,
was up here.
Guys, it's this. It's
No,
it's-
that's
this
something
isn't
very
getting-
different.
It's 100% this.
It's
Is it
definitely
this?
this.
I thought it was this because he's tied to the.
Brandon Sanderson in many different interviews. Bridge 4.
Bridge 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
You learn something new every day.
Yeah. Anywho, folks, let's go around the table one last time. Tell people who we are, where you can find us, and then we'll raid out, hopefully to T-Pain. We're gonna do it the exact same way we did before. Hi, I'm Story Dad. Pronouns he, him. You can find me at Another World Tabletop or on my social medias pretty well everywhere. I'm Story Dad all across the internet, Blue Sky, Instagram, etc., etc. I'm the lead GM for Another World Tabletop. We play games 2 days a week at this point, and you can catch us on Saturday for Sanguine Dominion, our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. So right here on this exact same channel. I've been your host. I've been your GM. It's been an absolutely lovely time. Craig, who are you?
Hi, I'm Craig. You probably know me as Craig of Inspiration all over the place. You can find me Instagram, Threads, YouTube, TikTok, sharing tips and tricks for dungeon masters and players of all types and kinds and experience levels. Stop by and say hi.
Jem, who are you?
I was like, I don't remember if I was next. Hi, I'm Jem. My pronouns are she, her. I've been playing Feraniel Tavresh, and you can find me everywhere at Gemaginative or on the Goodberry Cafe channel, which is my Twitch. I will also be on Sunday playing in my Vampire Chronicle, where I play Cricket, the kawaii gangrel, on Page Continued Twitch on Sunday evening. And I will also be at PAX U. So if you're going, say hi.
Tremendous, tremendous. Mandy?
It's me. Hello, everybody. I'm Mandy, or the Mandy, all over the internet. I do all kinds of TTRPG things. I did my spiel at the top of the show, so I'm not going to do it again. You can see me here on Tuesdays on my channel, on Wednesdays running Miss Lost. We are in the 60s in episodes now, getting closer and closer to the end of the campaign. And you can also find me on Magic RPG on Thursdays in a different Cosmere RPG campaign. And then back again on Saturdays here for Sanguine Dominion. I play Lupe and or other characters. And yeah, super excited to be here. Super excited for the start of this new story.
And my baby boy Lane.
hey, I'm Elaine.
Hey.
I'm actually bald. In case you guys didn't know.
We knew.
You could sometimes catch me as Randolph the Grey online, but only like a few months of the year. I'm pretty elusive. But I'll be here. I'll be around. That's all.
Tremendous, tremendous. Does anybody have any